So, the last time we played, you guys continued on your way towards the massive Leviathan out in the coastal region. Um, After speaking with Atlas and later on Chaos or KOTM, you guys headed out with another one of the caretaker bots through what seemed to be some sort of a radiation zone or the aftermath of a radiation zone. Which this particular caretaker was set up to deal with. Um, you guys followed along, hung out. I should probably turn the fan down. It's too loud. There we go. And eventually got to the end of his zone and had about another 5-hour trek or so to the Leviathan, in which you guys, I believe, opened the book up again and got some. You know, as is quite often with the book, good things happen. Zarek's got shell-shocked, basically. I remember somebody else read from there. I don't remember who.
Was that last week?
That was last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
But yeah, that happened, and then you guys made it to...
Yeah, I just remembered that.
You made it to the wonderful Leviathan. And in a very exciting, very interesting combination of your guys' bending abilities, managed to not only tame the Leviathan, but also get on top of it with airbending and earthbending, and are now heading towards Colkirk, which you can see the smoke plumes for in the distance. So you guys are heading that way. At this point, it was about evening when you guys got up on the Leviathan. We'll say maybe 2 hours or so have passed, so it's good into nighttime now. We're probably talking 11, maybe midnight. And you guys are just chilling, hanging out. I'll leave it to you guys, because I believe Rhett had a realization up on the Leviathan's back too. So.
Oh shit. Dog.
Oh shit.
I fucking. It's been a week.
It has been a week.
He doesn't remember whatever the fuck the revelation was.
You saw what looked like planets kind of orbiting around you guys and what looked like some sort of a silvery dome. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the dome about? I guess, could I start with...
Yeah, what is that about?
There's nobody we could talk to offhand. I would know. Shit, we kind of can't do much with that. We kind of can't, I mean, can I roll some sort of... No, religion and arcana has nothing to do with a big ass fucking dome in the sky. I don't know.
Yeah. It's definitely a mystery. That's the best way to put it, really. It's definitely a mystery.
That right there is a yo, and it's doing some shit. Y'all.
Yes. I believe everybody else did see it too. You pointed it out, if I remember correctly. So there is definitely curiosities about that.
The star, right?
Yeah, the station.
Has anyone seen that lately? Has anyone looked in the sky and noticed that?
Will.
Hi.
Didn't my character have some kind of vision about, like, the two stars?
I
have the feeling.
I think you read about it in the book.
Oh, is that?
I think.
Fuck.
Was that you, or was that someone else? That might have been someone else. I know somebody got, like, the passage about the two stars, the binary system.
I think that was me.
It might have been you. So in that case, I don't believe you did, no.
I thought I had, no. Okay. Wait.
Wasn't that me? Was it?
Also, only things that Okay, maybe we all three had something about that.
Because I remember that you told me, right? No, that's last week. That's a different trauma.
Shouldn't laugh at that, should I? Oh.
Um,
I don't
I mean,
know.
I definitely had something about like Zanhoon and Coyote and being celestial beings and that in relation to the
Yeah, I
stars,
think it
but
was Xerix that had it. I'm pretty sure it was Xerix. Passage from the book talking about that. Yeah, some shit. I tried scrolling through it, chat. If it's up there, it's up there. Should probably fucking do that in Roll20.
I went through, I
Oh.
checked, it's there.
Okay. So yeah. So I don't believe you had any visions of anything. No.
Okay.
So
Hold on, I'm clueless what that is.
yeah, you can see definitely stretching out, kind of at the edges of your vision in this night sky.
I
It's
mean, I
kinda
did
inky
also tell
darkness.
them about it though, so I guess they would also know in a way. It's not like I didn't keep
Yeah,
this
you
a
did
secret.
share the info. Yeah.
So you could still tell like, oh, that's Zanhoon and that's Chaotium, but like as star systems things.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah. Just at the edges of the vision, you still see this kind of wispy, almost like silvery dome. Just extends out over. And very visible, as if in space, different celestial bodies just kind of. It feels like kind of orbiting around you guys. So, definitely a peculiar sight as you guys are up on this very large Leviathan stomping towards Colkirk. So,
Dinosaur taxi.
that's true.
I was like, we still haven't decided on what we do now, if we let the Leviathan attack the port or if we don't attack the port with it.
I thought that's was what we ended up like on, that we decided to send him to fuck up the port,
No,
and then
but
we just entered
then
the city.
someone said something about civilian casualties and everybody was like, oh, right.
I don't like civilian casualties.
I think that was Hierophant. Something, something. These people are already doomed. Don't doom them further, type deal. Which is a reasonable argument.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an argument that I happen to agree with in character as for heal.
I mean, if we could manage to sneak up on the boat and just make the boat non-functioning, one issue would be solved, and there would probably be less civilian casualties, and we wouldn't need a Leviathan to
If you just
destroy a town.
maybe if we just would knew if it was a public or just a military port. I
Why don't
could
we-
imagine that it's not available to the civilians.
Why
Yeah.
don't we ask the Leviathan if he can help somehow? Like,
Well, then ask him.
I want to do an.
Wasn't
Would this be a bending request, or would this be like an?
It would
animal-
kind of be a mix of two. I would say you've already bended and created this like link with the Leviathan. So I would say it would be an animal handling at advantage.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, hey, you're smart. You know how humans are. I'm sure you still with fucking us. You know how we are, us smaller beings. You know.
Look, I built a starty.
Can't even say.
Ah!
Yeah.
What a fellow, what a guy.
You know, when I clicked the Roll20 link, I thought it went straight to the game, but it didn't. I should have realized when I didn't hear music.
Yeah. I miss my music bots, I won't lie.
Yeah, me too.
Understandable.
Oh yeah, I just realised. That's freaking me out.
Mhm.
Goofy's gone. Fred Boat's leaving. Rhythm's gone.
Just
All right, Animal
Don't get me wrong, the
Mansion.
Roll20 thing works just fine, but it's kind of a fucking hassle to set up, which is annoying.
He knows his shit.
All right, so what exactly are you asking here? Go ahead and word out what you're saying.
Okay. Namra, I guess, is specifically trying to emotionally, I guess, express the situation as best as he can to the creature.
Mm-hmm.
There's somebody in the city that we care about that's trapped and in pain. I guess as Nemret is trying to like put it into words, he's more imagining Crystal behind, I guess, bars or
It's like audio visual type shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he's just explaining like the situation. And I don't know. That's it. Actually, he'll just explain the situation and see if like there's anything from that.
Yeah, you'll just get not like a super loud voice, but a voice, not even so much a voice, but just like a thought that has this booming quality where it just kind of like fills your entire head. It just says help, like questioningly help.
Yes, Nemret says yes. I guess so loud he doesn't realize he says it out loud to nobody.
Okay. You'll get it's very telepathic, yeah. I get what you're saying. You'll get this image in your head of a town. Actually, I'll just show you the picture. This wonderful picture that I grabbed for this. You'll see a picture of this town kind of just pop up in your head.
Is it in Dice Rollers?
No, it's on Roll20.
Oh, okay.
He's not here, just visiting.
I also love I love the art though.
It's a pretty cool piece of art.
I like paintings like these.
I like
Oh,
the
like
shit.
I have cities in the canyon. Holy fuck!
Holkirk goes hard, man.
I like the text too.
Okay, they are already suffering there.
So I get an image of this after he says.
Yeah, it's much like how you kind of sent your thoughts out in a sort of visual way. You get this image of some sort of kind of murky settlement with smokestacks rising.
I guess my first Nemret wants to I guess to find a way to say where or how.
You'll just get the word back. It just says east.
East.
We gotta go east. I guess. Nemret says to the party.
Okay.
What's east?
Some sort of settlement, town looking place.
He nods his head.
For reference, you guys are about here.
You said we're about where?
Right about here.
Oh.
Uh,
Well, we're going to Colker.
That would be east.
I mean that was the plan all along.
Yeah. Okay. So he sent me an image of Colker back.
You
Seems
might
like.
presume it would be Colkirk. You've never been there, but looking east, you kind of crane your head a bit. You do see what looks like smokestacks rising in the distance. Due east, which is the way you guys are headed right now.
While that is very cool, I don't think that really helps our problem here. Like, we still don't have any plan of attack or anything.
Well,
Like, getting there by now is our smallest issue, especially with our big friend here.
can I ask him to take us to Colkirk? Because we technically still never asked him.
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of, did you do it out loud or mentally?
Mentally.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of pose the question. There's a bit of a pause. And then just the word yes kind of booms through your head.
We're going to Colkirk.
Yes.
Okay. How do
once we
we...
get there, I figure once we get there, it'll be pretty straightforward. I mean, we'll have to. He'll take us where I guess he's comfortable taking us.
So are we
he's-
just gonna walk in?
So he's not comfortable after destroying the city.
I
Or
don't think
plucking
so.
up, or ravaging the harbor so that the boat can't set sail.
I don't think he's wants to do that.
Shame.
I could tell he seems protective, but not really offensive.
Would have been a great asset.
Still useful. Still very, very helpful.
Yes.
I want to telepathically communicate, like, thank you to him if I can.
You'll just get the response back, one word, friend.
Alright, well,
And now he's gonna die.
he's going to Colkirk, I assume.
Yeah, he is stomping that way. Through the night.
Well then, we should rest. Make ourselves ready for the upcoming fight.
I'll spend the night, I guess, just bonding and talking to the Leviathan and kind
Sure.
of practicing my skill a little, my bending skills a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
I bet sunsets look great from the back of this scary large skyscraper-sized dinosaur thing.
The sun was already set by the time you guys got up there, but you might be able to see the sunrise.
That would be beautiful. The healer's actually going to wait for that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Fahil already kind of collapsed from exhaustion from getting you guys up there, but could certainly aim for getting up in time to see the sunrise. Not a problem at all.
That'd be lovely.
Boss probably just sitting down to meditate or something, like to regain his suspended powers.
Certainly, yeah.
And to maybe focus a little bit more on like all the shit that happens, that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Past tense matters.
Yeah, you're just kind of thinking back on this crazy ride you guys have had, this crazy short ride so far in this place that you guys have had, which has felt much longer than you actually recognize it's been. It's just been so chaotic, so action-packed that it just kind of, fills out the days. You look at the paths that have been taken. You look at how things have kind of cascaded down the paths that they have. And there's a thought that starts to kind of permeate your head as you look up to the stars, to these large celestial bodies that are still circling around. It feels as if perhaps you are the driving force behind this place?
Me per se, or we the group?
The group.
Okay.
You're not so sure if any of this exists without you guys.
That was a thought I had.
Especially seeing that dome, you kind of wonder if that's like a sphere of influence sort of deal.
If it's what?
A sphere of influence sort of deal. Like, this is the range in which things might be happening. Because it's the range you guys are in. You're not sure. It's a thought that comes to your head. But it is an intriguing one. In the many different ways of trying to describe what this dome might be.
Yeah.
You definitely get
How
the
far-
feeling of being watched.
How far did the dome stretch again?
Basically to like the edges of your vision. Like if you didn't pay attention, you wouldn't really notice it. And you wonder if all the time before noticing it, maybe that's what was happening. You guys just weren't paying attention enough to see that.
Huh. Interesting. It is a thought I had before, like as matters like that we are the driving force of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You're not sure if that's exactly what it is. You can recognize that it's just your brain trying to comprehend what's going on here. Because for all that you guys have learned, you're still very in the dark about everything that's going on and around you. By all accounts, you're dead. So is this an afterlife? Is this... I mean, what is this, right? You know that Okubo was some sort of purgatory. You might assume this would be the same. But why would you be in a purgatory, right? What's really the meaning of it all, ultimately? So, that's kind of where your mind wanders, just thinking about stuff. As that's happening, Rhett.
Yeah.
You are focusing, just kind of focusing on this tempered bond that you have now with this Leviathan. Feeling almost as if a taut rope or a cord. Just strengthened and continuing as if more and more is being wound around it, kind of strengthening that bond. You're kind of startled slightly out of that as you hear a voice kind of echo through your head. The voice says... kind of whispery, but also as if a chorus of voices. You wish to have a closer connection.
He just looks around and sees if anyone else is awake or said that.
Hierophant is asleep. Fahil is asleep. Sarah, what's Zarex up to?
Zarex would probably also be asleep.
Zarex is also asleep. Boar seems to be the only one that's somewhat awake, but you can see he's very deep in meditation and he's basically asleep.
Yeah.
So you are definitely the only one
Unconscious.
awake. Yeah, unconscious.
I'll just nod. I won't say anything in response.
Okay. As you nod, you kind of look back to where you were towards the neck of this creature, and as you do, you see sitting in front of you a human form, although the form itself is just kind of nondescript and filled with stars and the darkness of space and these wisps of cosmos and stuff. Just this faceless, almost formless figure, just kind of hunched over, hands like this, just looking. There's no eyes, but you get the feeling it's looking at you.
Okay. And you said this is where?
in front of you. So
Just okay.
yeah, just kind of not really touching the Leviathan, somewhat floating, but it's less of a float and more of like where the feet would be. It just kind of, there's nothing there. It kind of fades out, like to the ankles maybe. So it could be standing, but there's like no feet for it to be standing with. It's just kind of looking at you.
Who are you?
Those you wish to have a closer connection to. This chorus of voices you now recognize is coming from this form, although it kind of permeates the surrounding area. You can definitely recognize the voice now as Chaos, or at least this figure that you've come to know as Chaos. This cacophony of voices that are all kind of coalesced into one. It's the first time you've seen this sort of form for it. Usually, I mean, obviously with Atlas, it just kind of took Atlas's form and whatnot. But there is now some sort of, although again, kind of nondescript, there is a form to it now. Noticeably larger than yourself. Noticeably larger than your companions, but also just kind of that ethereal, almost nothingness, like not there, kind of like a ghost sort of deal.
I want to try to feel its power. Can I roll an Arcana check?
Sure, go for it.
Like, I'm naturally curious, not like I want to see.
Right.
Yeah. The fucking. Oh, I rolled it at advantage. Excuse me.
That's okay. You don't know much about Arcana. It's not really your wheelhouse. I will say, just as a general sense, looking at this figure, you are struck with a very intense feeling of insignificance. It definitely has a very overwhelming presence to it. You're not sure what the nature of that presence is, but it is definitely almost unfathomably larger than yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
Okay. You kind of just bask in this experience, in this presence. You'll see the form kind of still looking at you, kind of lean back and say, "Are you resolute in stopping Zanhu?"
Yes.
The form kind of nods as it does. You see the stars kind of move with it. And just see the hands begin to kind of weave together. And as they do, you see, similar to this connection you felt with the Leviathan, this tether, this sort of very delicate, somewhat thin thread of this pure golden energy. And as it kind of weaves the hands back and forth, not touching this, but just kind of as if moving the wind around it or the space around it, kind of shaping and forming it as it moves around. And without looking back at you, it says, "These are threads of light. They are wisps of what was and what continues to be. If you are resolute in stopping Zanhun, and you wish to have a deeper connection with us, I can share these threads with you, so long as you find them."
So long as I find them?
Yes. There are wisps of other realities, both real and not, interlaced in the fabric of these realities. This one, of course, I have brought to you. And it does hold knowledge. Perhaps a bargaining chip to begin this relationship. knowledge for you. And you'll see the form kind of floats down a bit, almost into like a sitting position, still kind of weaving around with this thread. And as it does, the voices once again speak up and say, the first is that your actions have brought forth not just a literal explosion. And as it says that, you kind of feel your feathers and whatnot kind of blasted back a bit by some wind that's just kind of conjured. But a metaphorical one too. These elemental powers you all wield have reawoken in Vita. And as you hear that, you can see the form starts to kind of shimmer different colors. Whites, reds, greens, kind of more of a tan color, and then a purplish color, as well as some flashing blue, a darker kind of burning looking green. And it continues. And with it, new magics and forms are being birthed from the chaos you brought forward. They have shaped the world in destructive but additive ways. If nothing else, this is the legacy you leave. With that pause, you see the thread begin to bend into more like a U shape, and as it does, the voices speak out once more and say, for some of you, this legacy, though, is more personal. And as you see the thread kind of connect into an O, almost as if a portal in the middle of it, you see a young-looking red dragonborn woman. She is seemingly kind of floating above ground, her arms kind of starting to cross, and as they are, it's almost like gauntlets on her arms. This what looks like almost like a field of just wind, just kind of whirling around the arms, like cufflinks. And you can see that there's like storm clouds kind of gathering around this individual. And the last bit of this that you see is what looks like bullets starting to fly towards this individual. And everything just erupts into chaos. You do recognize the figure. You saw her in the circus in Halati.
Right, I remember.
That is one Layla Talib, seemingly bending.
Okay.
And as that comes to a close, the thread once again begins to kind of float into different shapes and whatnot. So.
You said she was bending?
Looked like she was bending, yeah.
I'm so proud of.
Let me see the element. Tell me the element once more.
So it looked as if there was like storm clouds and stuff behind her, as if she was kind of conjuring a storm. But like gauntlets around the arms, it looked like just whirling wind going around up to maybe like the elbows. And she was floating. And then like a hail of bullets started coming towards her, and it just erupted into chaos.
Okay.
If you seek out these threads, I can show you more of the Omega reality. Be careful not to pull them too hard. You might unravel everything. As it says that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, how will I know if I'm pulling too hard? Should I? Well, if I'm seeking them out.
You have seen the effects your paracausal nature has had on this reality before. You'll notice the figure kind of, again, not having eyes or anything, but it kind of turns the head and shoots a glance towards the meditating boar. and specifically the sword that's kind of strapped to the back. This prison is a very delicate thing.
Okay.
With that, the form will kind of nod slightly to you. And as it begins to fade, you'll hear it say, I look forward to sharing more threads of knowledge with you. And then fades.
Thank you. He's gone.
Yeah. You kind of sit there mulling over what the fuck just happened. Confused slightly. But, yeah. Bit of an experience there for you. You asked for a deeper connection. All right. Who should we go to next? Fahil.
You are calling my name like I am being drawn across the river Styx by Charon.
It's true. Find the page I'm looking for. All right. So you, kind of exhaustedly falling asleep after your feat of bending strength, you find yourself, as is common with you, you've noticed, falling into a dream. As you do, you recognize this dream as one you've seen before. As you look around, you see a somewhat familiar room, a darkened room, with these massive cables connecting from the walls to the roof, to the floor. And in front of you, this massive, radiant tree.
I remember this tree. It's the one that looks like it's exploding.
Yes. The room looks generally the same, although you do recognize now there is a bit of a breeze that has picked up in this room. Just kind of steadily blowing from your back towards the tree. Kind of a tailwind.
It's almost guiding. I'm gonna... A little less scared this time. I think I'm gonna step forward.
Okay. You step forward. Looking down, you see the floor kind of reflects back at you, but it's also this weird texture, kind of like wet sand, where you leave a footprint everywhere you step, but it's glossy like glass, and you can just see your reflection. Roll me an insight check.
Okay. God, that is such great artwork, by the way. Like, the fucking clash of the tree with all the industrial pipework. I love it. It's potato chip being under player characters makes me happy. Okay. Just gotta find the thing. There's a lot to dig through. There we are.
Okay. As you look at these different pipes, trying to figure out what they are, you do recognize them, as you have before, kind of having like an Okaboian design. Definitely fits within that weird industrial kind of futurist place.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely clashes with the tree, which is still in that state of kind of like frozen explosion. But as you look at the tree, you can start to recognize a form. As you walk closer and closer, You saw something in the tree the last time you were here. Kind of like an egg. But as you get closer to it this time, what you see almost makes you recoil. You see a small, kind of wrapped up baby with a red dragonborn face.
You're hurting me emotionally. Okay. Do I make the connection?
It's been a while since you've seen this, but yeah. It triggers some memories. Both good and bad.
Vahil wants to touch it, he wants to reach out and pick her up. But he's afraid some fucking dream bullshit is going to happen. Like, she's going to fucking fade away into sand or something like that. It's like he reaches out to like pick her up reflexively, but then just stalls for a second and I guess kneels down in front of her.
You kneel down, pieces of the bark of this tree kind of frozen in suspension around you from the seemingly explosion. You can see the leaves kind of rustling in the breeze. And it seems like some of them are now kind of falling off in the breeze, almost like autumn, kind of just flittering past you. As the wind seems to kind of change direction, it's now blowing towards your face from the tree. Layla, baby Layla, is still just kind of in suspension in the tree. Seemingly sound asleep.
This is a connection to reality, and this is a tree of life. Did you know if you took some of the things I said out of context, I could be a cult leader? He's gonna almost fucking do a Seinfeld, like just fucking fucking confused Travolta, like turn around except without the fucking arm motions, and sees nothing else to do,
It's a dark room.
Well, maybe not grab her directly, but run his finger across her cheek or something. Some form of contact.
You run your finger across her cheek. She kind of stirs slightly, but doesn't really wake up. Definitely seems real. As real as a dream can be.
Would it be out of character to...
I don't know, you're the character, you tell me.
Not even out of character, but like fourth wall breaky, to just get frustrated at the situation. Like, say, wanting to fucking shout, and like having... So he has this fucking instinct, like he turns around, he's had a bit of a fucking mood swing, and he's feeling a bit attacked. And he looks up at the fucking sky and he's getting ready to like fucking lash out at whatever he perceives is fucking doing this to him. And remembering, because you fucking know that Fahil has like woken that kid accidentally by screaming in like his actual life. So he remembers his fucking instincts and doesn't shout at the last second, but just then says in a level of voice similar to this one, is the point of this to hurt me? I mean, I know that this is purgatory, but is it fucking hell? To no one in particular, just...
There is no answer. The leaves continue to rustle, some of them flying past you. This brilliant light from the tree continues to shine. Layla is still kind of just suspended in it.
Deep sigh. Closing his eyes, goes for it and goes to pick her up.
You reach in, carefully grabbing the bundled child. As your hands make contact and you pull your child to you, recognizing how real it feels, how there's no bullshit that happens. You just bring your child to your chest and hold her. Obviously, you just begin to uncontrollably sob. Of which, of course, wakes her up as she begins to, kind of startled, begin to cry as well. You just kind of caress her and hold her.
Yeah.
Soothing her.
Fucking, you know. I don't know how to deal with babies in real life, and I think Theo was pretty close to.
As you're holding her, calming her down, still crying your eyes out, you begin to recognize the scene around you has changed. You are no longer in this dark, bizarre room. You are no longer looking at this exploding tree. You're on a beautiful hill in the middle of the city. The sounds of the city are all around you. You can feel the sea breeze. And you are looking at a hill kind of rising up that has a tree similar to the one that you've seen in this room. Although the bark of it is a little larger, a little more rough. You recognize it as a mahogany tree, like those that you saw in the Deadwoods. Like that specific one you saw in the Deadwoods. It's not nearly as big. It seems to be much younger, much more infantile in age. But it does have these brilliant white leaves that are slowly floating past you. And you can recognize the hills behind it that are just dotted with gravestones. And then the greater sea, you see the lighthouse. It looks over the jail. You recognize that?
These gravestones, are they within walking distance? Like easy access?
Yeah, you could walk in.
I'm gonna do that.
You start walking. See, this is the face of someone who just realized something you can do. That's the face of a horrible person. Yeah, so you're walking. You start walking through the rows of the gravestones, still holding Layla, as she is kind of now calmed down again, recognizing your presence. You just start looking around, kind of taking in the beautiful morbidity of this area. And your eyes catch a gravestone that says Alexander. Your eyes catch a gravestone next to it that says Xerix Eads. A gravestone next to it.
See, I knew that first name, motherfucker. Others might not, but...
Mm-hmm. Recognize one that says Boar. One that says Nemret. One that says Senna. One that says Jesse.
Oh, fuck off.
One that says Xanius. One that says Prince.
I thought she would be the one person out of all of us that would have lived.
And as you're looking at all these gravestones, you look down the way, down the hill, and you see there's two figures that are kind of solemnly walking up. You instantly recognize them. One is an older Dragonborn man, green, kind of wearing captain's outfit. And then a young red Dragonborn woman, as they're kind of solemnly walking up to the graves. They walk past you, not realizing you're there, not seeing you. And you see Layla just puts down some flowers at your grave.
This is what it's like to be a fucking ghost.
Mm-hmm. Dashin putting flowers in at everybody else's grave.
See, I can't tell if this is a kindness or not. I can't. Like,
What you can tell is as they're sitting there kind of embracing the moment, looking at each other, there's this kind of dark flash, like the shadow that goes across the sky. They both look up instinctively. You also look up instinctively, still holding the baby Layla in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see is maybe the size of like a large bird, but a little larger than that. Just kind of pass over the graves, this larger, red-scaled, winged, lizard-like creature. Just fly over in an instant. Seemingly going, recognizing the directions, like where you are, where the directions would be, seems to be heading north very quickly. And they both kind of look up at it, kind of startled. And as they do, you look at Layla and see her eyes change from her usual amber color to this brilliant, glowing white in an instant.
Wait, you said my eyes, just to be clear?
Her eyes. Layla's eyes.
I see. Oh, yeah, okay.
Same color as yours when you...
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a little disconnected, so I had to...
Okay. This, as soon as you see it, disappears up north.
Am I still holding the fucking baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, can't take the fucking emotional wailing of a broken 35-year-old man, but can take a fucking dragon flying overhead, no problem. That's babies.
The last thing you see before this vision disappears is a landscape change. As you feel yourself kind of poofed out of there and into a new landscape. As you do, you look down and see that baby Layla is now gone. Your hands are free. You're looking around, immediately, confused what's going on. You see this bleak, blindingly white landscape with these darker, craggy mountains showing in the distance. Thank you for the wind advisory, AccuWeather. I appreciate it. It is windy here. The same kind of consistent breeze that you've been feeling has gotten a little more howling. A little rougher, much colder. And as you look into the snow, you see off in the distance a large, dark metal ball with some smoke stacks rising from it. You, of course, recognize this. You see the footprints leading to it. What would you like to do?
Sees nothing else to do but follow it. Other than maybe being hesitant for a while.
You kind of carefully head that way. Eventually getting up to this camp, you see the different tents and different scrap heaps that have kind of been built into structures. You see them housing these multiple armed creatures. Some of them have 4 arms, some of them 3, some 2. Insect-like looking creatures, all kind of harboring themselves from the cold as snow is kind of flying past. And as you're looking at them, you see another figure kind of standing, bellowing out, laughing, and just having a good time with them. This large, icy blue-skinned giant. Or Goliath, sorry. Goliath. And he seems to be holding a very beautiful, almost pearlescently red egg in his hands.
It's a big deal.
You're kind of puzzled by that. And that feeling of confusion and being puzzled stays with you as you kind of gently awaken from this dream. Now feeling what is a somewhat chilly breeze reaching you on top of this massive leviathan.
God, the feeling I'm just going out of with that is that I can't tell this universe, these gods, these fucking... I mean, Jesus Christ, that fucking Tesla is probably out there somewhere. I can't tell if those dreams are a kindness or if they're there to torture him.
Who really knows?
Maybe Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you really get a fucking sense of what's on his mind with those.
It's interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to sneeze within the next 25 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? Xerx.
Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it?
As you slip into sleep, you find yourself awaking into a dream. As you look around, kind of blinking, confused, you see the kind of run-down, rusted, peeling paint jobs of the buildings in Apodrov alone. You can smell the kind of stinging salt breeze, or sea breeze, kind of stinging, salty breeze. You can immediately feel the kind of the cold unpleasantness that kind of goes very well with the drab unpleasantness of this city. But you look around and see 3 other figures, all of you kind of huddled around a barrel that has this flame just kind of rising out of it, a bit of a barrel fire. 2 other tieflings and a loxodon.
Do I know these? Do I recognize these people?
You recognize them. They are some of the friends you made with the Street Runner gang in Apodrov. You never really learned their names. It was kind of better that way. Nobody really wanted to learn each other's names because, you know, better to not be able to incriminate each other.
Yeah.
You just know the Loxodon is red, mostly because he has kind of a red eyebrow face paint. The purple tiefling lady, girl, really, she's pretty young. You recognize her as Rust. I'm not sure why she's called Rust. It's just what she goes by. And then the kind of blue tiefling man you recognize as Ghost. Most people seem to call him that because, from what you've gathered, he's unfailingly quiet. Doesn't really say much. Kind of sneaks up on you without you realizing it. Sometimes scares the shit out of you. You guys are just huddled around this fire, getting some warmth. You recognize it's probably just about the start of fall, but it is uncharacteristically cold for like the very first day of fall. Alam isn't necessarily the hottest place. I mean, even summers are pretty temperate in Alam, especially northern Alam, but going back to this, you do kind of recognize this as a memory, and you do remember this was kind of the last day that you were with the gang before you decided to head out. And it was a very bizarrely cold day. And you weren't sure if that was you or what. But you are huddled around this fire with them. Eventually Ghost kind of chatters out, "Fuck me, it's freezing." And kind of looks to the other ones as they're all like putting their hands up to the fire like, "Oh."
Like, just, Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What would you like to do? As you begin to recognize now, you are in this, looks like a park of some sorts, although it's trashed. It looks like this is maybe a place where the homeless kind of congregate.
I want to look around.
Sure. Roll me.
See if there's anything worth noting.
Yeah, roll me perception.
Sure, what's my perception bonus? 20.
Okay. Looking
Like,
around, you're looking around the park trying to see, just if there's anything interesting. You can see there's a couple super old rusted out cars that people are hanging out around. You definitely recognize this as kind of like a spot for homeless people. You specifically remember this park was kind of turned into this place because one of the apartment buildings that was built a long time ago has not been kept up and collapsed just the other day. Killed about 40 people. And everybody else who was kind of stunned and injured or just didn't have a home anymore came out to this park just to hang out. Something to do. They brought whatever belongings they had left. You don't really notice anything out of the ordinary for a while as you're just kind of scanning. You just feel your mind kind of wandering, taking in the sights of Apodrov. You had your issues with Kisma. Kisma was not your favorite place. But wow, you didn't think it could get worse than Kisma. And this place is not good. There's already been a couple, in the 2 weeks prior, there's been multiple riots. There is no, peaceful protest. It's people go out, they're ready to fight, and the police have their guns, and they're ready to fight too. And it's just kind of like a semi-nightly thing that people are being shot because they're just fed up and going after the police. You think back to how you guys, all 4 of you, decided to split with the gang not too long ago. After the leader was speaking with and beginning to shift the gang's focus from the usual sort of street fuckery and whatnot to working with this kind of older, maybe 60s, in his mid-60s, Kalashtar man, this kind of poofed out white hair, who was, from the orders you guys got, trying to recruit the gang for some of these riots. Specifically to go after, police stations and stuff.
Yeah, big no-no.
Yeah, you didn't really like the guy. You didn't like the cut of his jib with his, military outfit he had. He seemed like more trouble than he was worth, even for the gang. He kept talking about some place called Sachia that you've never even heard of. You don't know what the hell he was talking about. But, the gang seemed to have been moving in a different direction, so the 4 of you, kind of as, the only other friends you had in that group, decided, yeah, we're just going to bounce. We don't need that. And, of course, the night after, you found out that a number of the gang members were sent out on one of those riots, and about 8 of them were shot to death. So, with the sadness you feel with that, you also feel kind of relieved that you got out of that. But yeah. As you're looking around the park, kind of getting out of your thoughts, though, you do recognize a weird, kind of out-of-the-ordinary figure. Looking around the park, you see there's a number of people that are seemingly trying to break down some branches from a tree to start a fire. And there is this green-skinned girl, kind of like a pink flower on top of her head, who is actively shouting at them and trying to get them to stop. And it's starting to cause a bit of a commotion.
And you said, aside from that, there's a figure?
What do you
mean? You I think you said that there was just you said that, and then there was also a figure standing around, or did I mishear something there?
No, it's just,
okay.
There's 3 or 4 people that are trying to break down the branches, and then this green skin,
the flower lady who was trying to convince them not to.
So, and she definitely stands out amongst the tieflings, the loxodons, the couple of orcs. It's not like orc green skin. It's a very vibrant green.
Does she look like she belongs there? I mean, like, socially, like...
She definitely
'Cause you
seems
said-
like she's not from here. You've never seen someone who looks like that. I mean, she looks kind of like a plant.
No, I
honestly.
meant this more in a way of like, because you said this is like a very rundown part of the city where like all the people, like all the homeless people go, right?
Yes.
So like, a guy in a suit would stand out, that kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't seem affluent or anything. She's just, compared to all the other races around here, definitely does not seem to fit the bill.
I think I'm just gonna ask the others there, what's she? Like, I just kind of point at her and I'm like pulling the jacket that I hopefully have closer
Yeah,
to
you
me.
got
like,
a pretty ratty
"Oh,
jacket,
like-
yeah.
like, what's she? I've never seen someone like her.
The Rad the Loxodon will look over and say, I don't know, but she's causing some sort of fight over there. And as you look back, you see now she's like starting to throw hands with these guys. Just flop, flop.
Is she holding herself up?
She's doing pretty good, yeah.
Jeez, I can't. Oh god, I can't look at that. And I'm just gonna kind of like. I think I'm gonna walk closer and like try to separate this to like talk this out. I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You start heading over there as yeah, it's just turning into a brawl at this point. What do you say as you get over there? As everybody's just starting to fight.
I want to address the girl specifically and be like, I see you're upset, but like we can talk about this. You don't just have to throw hands. Like,
but they're fucking up this tree.
okay, then talk with them. Take a step
I am
back.
talking with my fists.
No, you're fucking. Hi, here's a fucking metaphor for you. You are doing to them what they were doing to that fucking tree.
Okay, but this is revenge. They deserve it.
I physically try to pull her back.
Okay, roll a strength check.
That's... How did that land there? What is that? I have to roll that again. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you, that's better. That's an actual number.
Nice.
That's 13.
13.
Yeah.
Guess I'll contest your roll. What the fuck was her strength modifier? You dumb bitch. Where the fuck is she?
I should have just kept talking. I should have just...
Oh, there you are. She had a +3. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that's a 3 + 3. So yeah, you're able to pull her back. But she's still kind of swinging like, hey, let me go!
I get that you're mad, but you can talk about this, and if you're gonna keep punching them, they're gonna keep punching you all the tree, and then we get nowhere.
Her arms kind of just fall flat as you pull her away, and she's like, fine, just let me go.
Fine, are you gonna go to another park and throw hands over a tree?
Well, I don't really want to stay here. This place sucks.
Well, yeah, it's a homeless park. I don't know what you're expecting.
Why don't they have homes?
Because the economy sucks, police and the society are in constant war right now, and like building down the block just crashed down and killed like 40 people. And the rest
I
of them
see
are now homeless.
a wonderful patch of grass here. I don't see what the problem is.
The thing is that we are. I'm sorry, I have to ask this. I don't mean to be impolite. I've never seen your race, so can you tell me what you are?
What?
What do you mean, what?
What do you mean? What?
I've not met anyone of your race. I'm not acquainted with your race.
Well,
Like,
I've
I'm
only met a
tiefling.
couple of yours, and they're kind of fucking assholes. Sorry, I don't.
That doesn't
We
answer my
call
question.
ourselves Alrunes? I don't know what that. I don't know.
God, I don't want to be insensitive, but is she like essentially just a plant person?
Basically,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want Zarek
She
to be racist.
is. There she is. She's a plant person.
Ah, she's cute.
So yeah.
See, the thing is, God, how old am I at this point? Like 16? Roughly, yeah.
You were in Apodrov for how long?
I was there for like a year and a half.
How old is Xerix? What was Xerix before she died?
Bordering 18. So yeah.
Yeah, about a year or so ago.
So yeah,
About 16, yeah.
Yeah. Is this girl younger than me or older?
Ooh, roll insight.
That's another 13. Using another die. From
You're
now
not
on.
sure. Temperamentally, she seems younger than you, like in terms of maturity. But you're not sure. You know that there's some weirdness with different races and age. She doesn't seem like physically that she's that young. It's just like maturity-wise, she seems really young.
Brain age.
Yeah.
I
mean, you know, what's the age of a plant person, right? That's kind of hard to tell.
Listen, love. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I assume that you live in forests and woods and maybe even trees. I don't know.
No, I just kind of find any patch of grass I can root in and hang out there.
You root into.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I kind of. Is she smaller than me? Because I kind of wanted to think of like leaning down to her, going, "Listen."
How tall is Xerix?
5'11".
Okay, she's 5'5". You could.
Like, listen. We can't do that.
Why are you treating me like an idiot?
Because you are treating me like. Because you're treating me like I am like you, but I'm not like you. I can't fucking go live in a patch of grass. I need a building of some sort to live in. That was the whole point you made earlier. Like, there's fine grass, live there. We can't do that.
Well, that sounds depressing. Have you seen the buildings around here? You just said one collapsed. Grass isn't going to collapse on you.
While I get your point, and I think that it is valid, you need to understand that I am a tiefling. I am about as far away.
What's that?
I am a fire human.
Am I playing her
person.
right? I think I'm playing her just about right. Oh,
See,
shit.
when a demon and a human really, really love each other,
Is
they
that how that
fuck. Yes. And then they make a tiefling. And then those tieflings fuck also with each
So
other.
you're
and
like
they
a
make more-
demon.
I'm like
That's
the
awesome.
descendant. I'm like a descendant of a descendant of a descendant of a half demon, but yeah.
Can you spit fire? Can you curse people?
No.
Fuck.
How old are you?
What?
How old are you and what's your name?
I'm like, I don't know. I was asleep for a long time.
Yeah, I can tell. It's not hard to tell.
Like a century. I don't know.
Yeah,
How
I think
old
it's
are
more than a
you?
century. 16!
That doesn't mean anything to me. Anyways, hi. My name's Jesse. What's your name?
Old? Zarex, how old is this city?
Apodrov?
Yeah.
Pretty old.
Like more than a century?
in some form or the other, yeah, it's had a lot of different issues. Like, it's been razed a couple of times, but it's been rebuilt. It was founded, like, the city and the namesake of it, like the settlement, it was founded about 400 years ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, first of all, I think you were asleep for longer than a century, because a century is 100 years, and the city is... I mean, this place...
Well, I'm not from here. I don't come... I kind of just ended up...
Why are you here, then?
Because I... You know what? I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Personal.
Noted. Sorry. Noted. Sorry. Yeah. Tip number 1, if you want to solve shit with people, throwing hands is not gonna get you really anywhere.
Maybe I'm just finding the wrong people. There's probably people out there that just like to throw hands.
Xerix just has a moment of like, shit, you're right. Like, do you mean like a political uprising, or do you mean I'm gonna go in a box ring and earn my money by punching people?
I'm gonna go kill monsters and bad people and get money for it. I'm gonna be famous. I'm not gonna get into that last part.
Does Xerix is aware that, like, is Xerix, like, just reliving this memory right now?
It's like a relived memory, yeah.
Okay, because otherwise Xerix, because I can just see the current Xerix going, oh, sweetie. No. I've been there.
Trust me, it would have saved her a lot of pain. It would have saved her a lot of pain.
Well, sure. I mean, that's one way to go at it.
God, your character's so new. You don't know any of these people. Good
No.
lord. That's hilarious.
Um.
In case you're wondering, this is an old player character.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Who played her?
Who played her?
Yeah.
Berto. It was the second character. After the
Plant
first one,
lady.
yeeted himself into a portal.
Yeah. Didn't her characters die a lot?
I jump.
This one, well, I was gonna say this one didn't die, but she actually did die. I think Hierophant killed her and then brought her
Oh,
back.
it was the Trident.
Oh, Christ.
It was the
I
Trident
remember.
one, yeah.
It
And
was
then
the
she just
Trident
kind of left because the player got bored of the character. So, well, bored and didn't know what to do with the character after all that. So,
There was the cyborg too, wasn't there? Not cyborg. Like there were robots.
yeah, there was at the plant. Yeah, that's what the original death was. He just got fucking smashed by one of the robots.
Oh, sweetheart.
Thought I
Yeah.
remembered that.
A lot of pain could have been stopped.
Oh.
But hey,
my
shit, I'll
poor
use the
child.
old characters.
Oh, my poor child. No. Oh no. I mean, this Xerix is like all down for it, right? Like, because she was literally in a gang like 2 days ago.
Yeah, like you've been in a
She's
gang
like-
for a little bit of time.
Yeah, maybe don't do it on your own. That's gonna get you fucked up. Also, don't take shady deals. If you get a shady deal, leave it.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Don't punch people because they use trees to survive.
I guess. Hey, is there anywhere that's greener? This place kind of sucks. It's really gray.
Do I know any place that's greener that would also be somewhat safe and not currently fighting the police?
Casmar is pretty green. You have to get through the mountains to get there, but it's pretty green.
I mean, not in this city specifically, but there's this town, I don't know, up north, I want to say. Like, through those mountains there. I just kind of point in whatever sky direction that is, because we're just going to pretend I know geography.
Did you just call Casmar a town? Wait, hold on. Uh-oh.
Yes,
Casmar's a fucking country, dummy.
I called Casmar a town.
Alright, there you go, canon. You said that Casmar's a town.
There's this town. Wait, and then because I want to say that the council is already somewhat of a thing here, right?
Sure, why
So
not?
there's just a thought in the back of her head going, "That's a country." She's going, "Shit, no, I mean, like a big city, like a giant, like country, like a city with other cities in it. That's green as fuck. There's mountains there." Stop laughing.
There's mountains there!
Other city in it.
Is it green over there?
Yeah.
How far
That's
is it?
why I told him to go there. How far is it? Do I know? Do I have any guess? Probably
Through the
not.
mountains and all that. Roll inside, I guess, to see if you would know, yeah.
Honestly, I want to do that on disadvantage because it's just
Sure, yeah.
city. Like that bitch does not know what she's talking about.
Tell me it's a 1.
It's a 1 and a 7.
You know, you're not really sure. Distance is kind of weird.
It's like at least 2 days. She says that like with a dead serious face. Like at least if I want to kind of turn around and yell at my friends over at the fire thing.
Yeah.
Hey, how far's Casma away?
What?
What? The country with the green. How far's that away again?
Red will speak up in insight. Like 200 miles?
Okay, how much is that in days?
Are you driving? I don't know.
No, I'm a 13-year-old child that is walking, and I'm also a plant. Pretend with me for a moment.
Are you on drugs?
No, I'm helping the plant girl.
I don't know. What, are you gonna walk there?
Can you, like, shadow travel, but, like... Oh, Oni isn't here anymore. He would get that. Can you, like, shadow travel, but, like, through grass? Like, you just pop into one place of grass and you just pop out another one?
So, like, 2 days away.
Sure.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
I'm gonna get out of this town. This place sucks. You
Yeah,
should
it
leave,
does.
too.
I know, I'm gonna...
Good. Okay, bye. And she just starts
Bye.
walking away.
What? Wait! I'm like, wait! What do you eat? That's my last question.
She doesn't answer. She's just
Good question.
she's trotting away.
I'm gonna walk back over to the fire because I'm fucking freezing at this point, right? 'Cause,
It's
like,
cold as
I'm already
fuck, yeah.
cold at the fire. If I'm already cold at the fire, I'm fucking dying if I'm not standing at the fire. And I turn back completely like none of that happened. Like, anyway, why is it so fucking cold?
Oh man. Okay.
Also, does anyone have anything to eat? I'm hungry.
As your group continues to shelter around the fire, you find yourself looking into the flames as everything kind of becomes background noise. And as you do,
I see Zanunjet.
you start to recognize, as you kind of startle yourself and look around, you're no longer looking in a trash fire. You are standing by a river in a city. You are looking towards a large, some sort of governmental building, and it is engulfed in flames. There's cheering and chanting all around it.
Would I recognize the city?
Takes you a second, but you recognize Kisma.
Fucking no one.
You recognize the Parliament building just going up in flames. People throwing torches at it. Basically everyone in this crowd having some sort of gun.
That's just straight up Zarek's reaction, just...
Yeah.
I'm gonna find the next person that doesn't look like they will break my neck for existing. And approach them and be like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
You don't know!
No, I just woke up from a coma. She says that dead-faced. I've been missing out. I've been missing out.
Yeah, it's a revolution.
Evolution.
Yes.
Was the political, like the church and government was already bad when Zarex left, right?
Yeah, it was.
But it only got worse.
It was getting worse, yeah.
So is this like a church government thing?
Some people think so, but they're saying there's some Kalistarian man who's leading this. He's unaffiliated, from what I understand. Of course, that kind of rings in your head as like, oh, it's kind of like that weirdo that I saw in Apodrov. Same sort of deal. Trying to cause unrest.
Hmm.
You just see the flames dancing. The building begin to collapse in on itself as the flames
Just like in
eat up.
Aberov.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, there is a comparison to be made there. Yeah.
Honestly, I is there like anyone who would need like immediate help? Like,
You can see there's people in the crowd that are kind of holding wounds and whatnot, like gunshot wounds and stuff.
anyone collapsing in the building, like in the collapsing building that I could
Pretty
see?
far away, you're not sure,
Okay.
but you get a general sense that if there is anybody still alive in the building, they're probably in there for a reason.
See, now you're teasing me with the storyline. Now I'm even more tempted to go closer. Because, like, I think, I'm gonna start pushing forward, and I think with the ultimate goal to, like, reach that, get in there.
Yeah, you start kind of pushing through the crowd, trying to get through the cheering people. You see some people, again, are, like, holding gunshot wounds and stuff. You see, there's a number of folks that are fleeing from the building as well. The crowd's not really paying attention to them.
Am I, like, current Zarek's now?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you keep walking forward, eventually you see a man, not dressed too dissimilarly to the man that you saw in Apodrov about a year ago. Same kind of navy blue uniform, military uniform. Although this guy does not have this kind of wind-blasted white hair. He has pretty short white hair. You can just kind of see parts of it. He's got a big hat, like a military hat on, and he's shouting out to the crowd, "This is what we've all been waiting for! Now we're gonna burn down every house of these government people, and we're gonna make sure that they can't run anywhere." And the crowd's riled up and all getting with him.
I'm straight gonna approach that guy. Fuck it.
Okay. As you start walking towards him, you see the crowd beginning to chant, "Vasari, Vasari, Vasari," as it's rising through the crowd, as the building is just burning and collapsing in the background. And as you're heading that way, you suddenly feel as if all the light in the city kind of disappears for a second as you look up, as does everybody else in the crowd. You see this dark silhouette. Some sort of winged creature fly past, north from the city. With enough force to where the city itself, this kind of subterranean city, starts to kind of shake slightly. And people are kind of like, "Oh!" And as you look back down... Go ahead. You want to say something?
Can I tell what that creature is?
Roll insight.
Because I have a feeling that I've seen this before. In some way, shape, or form. 19.
Okay. From the look that you caught of it, obviously somewhat obscured from the kind of obsidian-like glass structure above that lets light in. You could definitely tell that it was some sort of a darkish, like tan brown color. And it will look like pieces of green, kind of intermittent around it. The form itself, although bigger than what you saw in your dream, did seem to be that same kind of winged reptile sort of thing that you saw. Although this one was obviously bigger and flying. So you can hazard a guess, yeah.
Because I remember the explosion and I just saw fucking dragon egg in that explosion. Yeah. So my first thought was that's that same dragon.
Yeah, I mean, dragons are things of legends and you've read about them. They were largely thought of as like mythical creatures. They weren't actually real sort of deal, but it fit the description of one pretty well.
Anyway,
as the rumbling subsides, everybody kind of calms down a bit. Only parts of the group were, shouting and all that. But as you look back towards this figure, this Vasari guy, you now see that his eyes are glowing kind of a dark green. and his gleaming eyes just looking out over the crowd. His face has taken a much more sinister look as he's now looking out over the crowd. Clearly different in a way. He kind of had like blue eyes now. Similar, not too dissimilar to what you see with Hierophant. These kind of dark green.
I was about to say.
Glowing eyes. I think they're dark green glowing eyes for Hierophant. Pretty sure. Am I
Sure.
wrong, Hierophant?
He's not here.
Oh, he's not here. Oh, right, he left. Okay. Yeah, I think they're dark green. I could be wrong in that, but whatever color Hierophant's eyes are.
He has the same eyes
Yes,
Hierophant has.
exact same
Noted.
color, same glowing effect. Yeah. You're a little
So my
worried
brain-
that he seems to now. I mean, if you put two and two together, those are the eyes that you guys got when you
Yeah, I was about to say,
unlocked your
like,
bending.
I make the connection that this guy just got ranked up to Earthbender.
And he's already seemingly causing shit, so. Who knows
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna-
sort of power he just unlocked, and if that's a good thing or not.
I want to approach him again. I'm gonna be again like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because last time I got interrupted by a dragon.
As you start pushing forward through the crowd, you start to realize it feels as if the crowd is almost pushing you back. As you push further and further through it, it's as if more and more crowd and distance gets between you and this guy. Until eventually your vision starts to black out and you wake up from your dream, kind of looking up, seeing that you're back. For a second, very confused as you're very high up in the sky. Like, what the fuck? Oh, right, Leviathan. Okay. Right. We're back here.
Is anyone else awake?
Rhett seems to be awake. Fahil seems to be stirring from a dream. Or seems to be meditating.
Kind of want to walk over to Fahil. And just, like... He said, it's like, is he awake? Like, is he currently waking
He
up?
looks like
or-
he was just woken up from
Okay,
from sleep.
I just kind of want to walk over to him, sit down, be like, yeah, you too.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I can't tell if they're a kindness or not, or if someone's just fucking with me. I see my kid. I get to hold her.
That's
then-
painful.
I walk through a doorway, or I look up and I look back down again, and she's not there. I see her visiting my fucking grave. And I don't know if these are events to come, if these are events that already happened.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's a good
loaded
question.
conversation.
No. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's just a dream, but also knowing the dreams that we've had, this is probably like some weird ass future vision. Yeah, the fucking building, the like parliament thing building in Kisma fucking burnt down in my dream. There was also this weird ass guy who just became an earthbender. He looked very pretentious. Very asshole.
Sounds like a dick.
I think he was. I think he was. Definite narcissist. Definite narcissist.
Ego the size of Manhattan.
Also, just I
That's an
also
island.
had a dream, but I don't really know what to make of that. Like a memory, not dream. Like all of it was. Jesus, Sarek, think before you speak. Speak before you think.
Oh god, yes, please bring this up. Bring up the chick that he fucking knows. Wait a
I'm gonna-
minute.
Yeah.
There was this fucking. So may I rant to you? I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I got to get this out of my system. If you're okay with it.
Look, that's cool. There's not much
Yeah.
else to do, if I'm honest.
I was in the city where I was, like, essentially just before I left to, like, yeah, just before I ended up on the port, and then when we did the fucking prison thing, where we got you out of prison, that thing. No, I wasn't there yet. Never mind. When we killed your sister, that thing. And there was this. I mean, the city was a fucking shit place, right? Like, broke down buildings, fucking more homeless people than people with actual homes.
Yeah.
And there were just, just some people trying to survive. And then this random ass green chick turns up and starts yelling at them because they're taking branches of a tree. I talked to her. She was weird. Like, not bad, but weird, very weird.
Feel,
Also very behind her time.
he's been treating you, like, with a lot of respect, listening, not talking over. He like, interrupts you mid-sentence and his demeanor changes suddenly. Did she tell you her name?
Jenny?
Jenny was a friend of mine.
Something like that.
Jessie.
Jessie, that's the...
Jessie.
How... See, now I have a question for you here. How the fuck do you know that?
She was here and she died. And
Xerix has the realization of that she essentially sent that girl off. Like, for her, it feels like she sent that girl away, and that kid's dead now. And like for her,
she was still alive at the end of all that. She died and brought back, and then bad trident shit got killed by Hierophant, and then brought back, and then she left you guys.
Xerix is still like. You mean to tell me that I could send that kid away to get killed?
I mean...
You mean I killed people before I started killing people?
Calm down. Look, that's as much on you as me not being with my fucking daughter right now is on me.
Okay.
Besides, she came back. As far as I know, she just left.
And she went to the country. God, what's it called again? No, Kisma is the city. The other one with K. The country.
Casbah.
Yeah, sure. She went there. Why did you meet her?
To be honest, actually, I'm gonna have to fucking roll insight for this because...
You don't have to roll insight, it was Casbah.
It was Casbah?
Yeah, you guys
we met her like during the cult thing, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Xenius yeeted himself into a portal in Wellspring, and then Jesse came in, yeah. Fun fact, that Zane character you guys killed, that was Birdie's first character.
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah, threw himself into a portal.
That I don't know.
Atomized. Yeah, great time.
So that fucking paladin with the bag of rotting meat or whatever, and yeah, that's for Heel's memory of Zane.
Yeah, of course.
Threw himself into a fucking hole in reality. Then this fucking plant girl shows up outside of a fucking stone keep or something like that when we were trying to dispatch this cult in an entire fucking state area, pretty much. And to be honest with you, I always thought they were kind of similar.
There was an entire political uprising. Wait. And you can tell that Xerix, like, she's still listening, but, like, her thoughts are, like, mainly somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just now clicks that, like, that guy back in the city where she was, and that guy in Kisma, like, were they with the same organization? What do they have against police? Are they going to be an issue? Can I write a letter to reality? And she's like kind of just talking under her breath.
You just sound motherfucking Woolwood song lyric, right?
She's just kind of mumbling under her breath, and then she's like kind of breaking herself out of it again. She's like, sorry,
no,
yeah.
Look, I can't help, but you can have some solace in the fact that it's happening to every one of us. It's just that you're more vocal about it.
Can I ask you a rude question here? That might be rude, it might not be rude.
You can ask it.
Do you promise to not throw me off the Leviathan if you don't like it?
He stares at
What a way to start! Holy shit!
He stares at you, right, and I don't know how good Xerax is with reading tone, but I'd imagine you get frightened for a second when you can't fucking tell if he's like planning to do it in that moment or if he's just taken aback by what you said. His face is just like a mixture of confusion, a bit of offense, and also humor. I mean, look, I ain't promising shit, but I'm not gonna fucking do that to you.
That's a start. Was there... Were there any people in your dreams that just started bending? And like Xerix is not clear in mind, you can tell that she's still half asleep. It's like, cause like this guy at the like capital, he like there was like a big dragon, and then he just went, bro, I'm the Hierophant now. My eyes are Hierophant. I stole Hierophant's eyes.
Wait, there was a dragon.
Huh?
There was a dragon. You said a dragon, right?
Oh yeah, there was a dragon. Pretty, very pretty. Just like in the saw a dragon. Do you think it's the same? I think it's the same dragon.
It's probably.
I also think I'm losing it. Hell.
Also, well, my memory's kind of compounding. Did someone bend in my dream, or am I just remembering Xerx's dream?
Nobody bended, but Layla did end up having the airbender eyes after the red dragon passed.
Yeah, well, my daughter, I was like in this fucking cemetery in Zyda. I could tell it was Zyda. She was there with Ashend, who's been more present than I ever have. And dragon flew over.
I disagree with that, but like she fucking can. She's like, I mean, you gotta find fuck. Oh no, aggressive typing at 2 ends.
You can make it 3 ends. Fucking dragon flew over. Her eyes just started glowing, you know, that bending glow. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
This shit's always fucking connected.
But how am I connected to that fucking grandpa radicalist? It's probably not fair to call him grandpa because he has white hair.
Yeah, he looks
How am I related to the?
young.
How am I related to the narcissistic asshole radicalist?
That
Like the guy just straight up could have opened a cult and probably would have worked.
I think you can only answer for yourself.
It's Kisma. It has to be Kisma.
Maybe.
She fucking straight up starts chewing on his sleeve. She's probably not even aware of it. It's like, yeah, I know, but I wasn't in Kisma for so long.
That's not COVID sake.
And my dad's also dead. So what connection do I have? Now, see, my dad was in Kisma, right?
Yeah.
So, like, the only connection that I would have had left with Kisma after leaving would have been my dad. But
Yeah.
that connection fucking quite literally died. She doesn't explain that last part. She just straight up says, no, but my dad's dead anyway. And then she just kind of flops down and stares back up at the... How late is it? Like early morning, late night?
Probably about 2, 3 in the morning now, yeah.
Yeah, she just stares back up at the sky. Specifically, if she can still see it at the third thing in the system that is neither Chaosium nor Zanhoon.
The other planet.
Yes.
The tan, dusty looking planet, yeah.
She's just gonna stare at that.
Oh, and the gas giant. There's a gas giant out there too, you can see, with multiple planets going around it.
I think it's actually the gas planet was.
Yeah, I think that's the one you saw, yeah.
Yeah. Because, and she's just, like, kind of in her thoughts to herself, she's gonna be all like, what are you doing this for? What? Yeah, you have some explaining to do.
Okay.
Just kind of stays there. Hopefully falls back asleep.
Sure. Alright. You guys do eventually fall back asleep. So you all get long rest, all that stuff, up your health, spell slots, all that stuff. That we will handle at the end of the session. All right, yeah. So, you guys all eventually wake up the next morning. The sun is kind of up and blazing in the sky. It's starting to get warm. But you guys are woken up not only by that, but by the sound of kind of like screeching, in a sense, as you all kind of like blinking and startle up. You guys see your big Leviathan friend fella's head is now kind of raised up a bit, and you can see there's a number of flying creatures kind of flying around it.
Dragons!
And they seem to be the ones that are screeching. But you also notice the Leviathan is not moving.
Not moving?
Not moving.
Should I try to communicate?
If you'd like to, yeah.
Yeah. Ask, is everything okay?
You, once again get an image, although I don't have an image for it, but you see the town once more, but now from the coast. You feel as if you're looking through the eyes of this creature. You are now looking down on this kind of darkened, smoggy-looking town right on the coast. Seems you have arrived. You can see the large cliffs that were following the coast kind of moved inland. Still like canyons and stuff cracking open on the way to Colkirk, getting right up to the town. You can see some lights kind of down in the canyons below. The city itself is kind of like this large platform with the town on top of it. And then still cliffs on the coast, although they kind of ease up in one spot. And where that one spot is, you can see another platform, like a metal platform. It seems to be like a port. And you can see that there's 3 large cargo ships moored at the port right now.
Will?
Hi.
Oh, sorry.
I guess I'll just relay that info to everyone after I come out of this. I mean, first things first, tell everyone else.
Yeah.
So, we're here. I guess.
Oh. Yeah, he sounds out. Let you guys know. Hey, you made it.
Can I identify the flying creatures?
Roll perception.
There. Ooh, 22.
Woo!
Only nat 1 for the day. And nat 20.
So, you kind of get a glance at them. You recognize them pretty quickly. You did study biology, specifically marine biology, for a while when you were in PERS, because, you know, back in that time, you thought, hey, what if I could get some creatures to help me out, right?
Yeah. Desperate.
They're kind of, for lack of a better term for Vita, they're kind of pterodactyl-like. You know that they are called mackles. So, mackles is just mackles. They're pretty large. They're larger than... They're about the same size as, like... I don't know, what's a big bird? Like a fucking hawk? A raven?
Oh, hawk, okay.
Something big. Vulture, maybe? Like a big bird. Eagle? I don't know how
But
big
not
eagles
like
are.
albatross big.
No. Sizable, but not that big. Definitely like birds of prey size. And yeah, they're just... They tend to flock in coastal zones. They're known to be kind of nuisances to coastal towns, ports. You kind of you see them all over the place.
A vulture's big. Holy
Yeah, like a vulture size. Yeah.
Those are big motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm, yeah. They're, from what you understand, carnivorous. They're not super hostile, but there has been reports that if people left like a small dog or something out, they will take off with them. So yeah, I mean, they're kind of like cowardly opportunists, but they're not really that dangerous. They do have very long beaks that kind of come up to here and then kind of nose upwards towards the forehead, and that's specifically for them to just dive into the water, grab fish, and then come back up. kind of breaks the water around their body. They're known to be able to kind of swim. They can't do it for like long periods of time, but like when they do that dive maneuver, they can dive a good 100, 200 feet into the water and then swim their way back out with their wings. So they're interesting creatures, to say the least. So it just seems like these ones saw the big Leviathan coming and decided, hey, we're just going to start flying around you. So,
You're big.
yeah, hey, you're big, you're new. What's going on? You got food for us? And yeah, kind of like a screeching caw sound that they make. Like that.
Okay. So what are we doing now? I look at Red like, are we attacking? Are we just descending?
I want to. Well, do I need to roll a bending check to see if I can figure out if these guys are friendly, or would that just be animal handling? Or
The Mackles?
yeah.
Yeah, roll me, I guess. Yeah, animal handling's fair. Go ahead, roll me animal handling.
No, I meant like this. I meant like the city, not the Mackles.
Well, I think it might be part of the plan he's thinking of.
Okay.
Just trying to see if there's anything he can do with them.
I meant like
You said animal handling, right?
Animal handling, yeah.
let them attack the city.
They don't seem hostile, but they do seem like they're a little flighty, no pun intended. So you're not really sure if you can rely on them for anything.
Flighty?
Yeah, like they're not reliable, sort of deal. Like if
Going
you
on
get
the
too
side-
close, they're gonna fly
Oh,
away,
no.
type shit. Easily spooked.
Could I try to roll a bending check and see if they'd come to me, like if I back into them, or if I made like a bird?
Sure, you can try, yeah. Roll me bending. What the hell is that?
Bird is doing bird noises.
Nemret.
It's a smile.
He just shouts, Nemret!
It actually does. I want that to be my bird sound. I'm a king.
You see, yeah, with the 16, you see, I don't know, out of a group of maybe 30, you see maybe half of them kind of start to, they definitely take note of you, and some of them start to kind of start flapping in your direction. They kind of fly like bats, or they're currently kind of flying like bats. It's like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. They're getting a little closer. They seem interested at the very least.
I want to turn around and go to the party. Does anybody have food? I know I like food.
Do I fucking have food?
Good thing that you like food.
Holy shit, I asked for food in my dream. That's a sign of the universe.
I got 5 rations. Will, is this an animal handling check to try to make friends?
Unfortunately, those rations would have been with the stuff that was taken from you.
I'm gonna kill myself.
What about my starting character sheet?
I have a ration can.
Okay. Yeah, and you still had your stuff, so yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
you
have a
fucking
gun.
dipped.
He fucking dipped. Oh my god, it was like BAM!
Oh, fuck you, you have rations.
Honestly, I'm scared of the birds. I'm just gonna...
Bird? Oh man. Yeah, so Boar has some food.
like I put on a backpack, like putting on the ground. Okay, wait a second.
What the
putting on
fuck is a
shit,
bird?
That's actually a good question. I
What
will
is a
ask myself
bird?
that question too.
Hey man, what's a bird? Sure, I don't fucking know, dude.
I mean, I kind of know. Like, I have an idea. There's a concept in my head. Like, it's a thing with the wings in the sky. Like a dragon.
A little bit more clue, but still, huh?
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah,
so what do you
I
do
mean,
with the rations?
I had a 14.
Like
you
I
give him
pull
the
out
rat?
all,
What are you doing?
all shit like casting shit like need for my whole spell. Oh fuck, where's that shit? Finally, I have a can of. What is the ration? What is the food? Can I say what
I
the
like
food
all
is?
food.
John Sands saltine cans.
Salty. What are salty? Wait a second.
That's like crackers, but I'm gonna assume this is like anchovies or something.
Okay. I have a can of some anchovy shit. You want it? What do you need it
Yeah.
for?
It was pretty good. Those are delicious. I'm a little hungry, but also I have an idea.
Ayo, can I have some?
If Red wants to share, yeah. But I have only one.
Okay.
You must be really hungry. And I toss it to him like, take it.
It fucking
tried.
falls off the wife.
Ah,
So
fucking
this-
hell.
So is this animal handling or persuasion? Because they're my kind, and I'm talking to them.
I'm my God.
I'm just talking to him.
I would say this is still animal handling, but I'll give you advantage on it. I might just make that a life bending thing. I might just give you advantage on animal handling checks.
Can I help him by making bird noises?
You know, I don't know if it's gonna help, but make some bird noises, boy. Let's get it going. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, you want to do it? Go ahead, man.
It's not Bo as a character. It's just Madison is silly movie.
That's fine. You can. I don't care if it's Boar or you doing it. I just want to hear bird noises. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Best bird ever.
I dare you. The Rhett's not allowed to roll till you do it, so you fucking do it. You have put this game on hold. I expect bird noises from you.
Oh fuck! Oh, I hate you.
Come on, they better be convincing too. I'll take his advantage away if it's not good.
Hey, don't fuck up, idiot.
Yeah, don't fuck up. You're gonna punish him if you don't do good.
I can't make bird noises.
You absolutely can.
I saw a tutorial for that once, like where you make the hand like this.
Yeah, then make a fucking owl. An owl is a bird.
Shoo!
Roll with advantage, right?
That sounded like a depressed theme playing.
So what will?
Roll with advantage. Shoo! It's the bird coming from Payless shoes. Okay. 15? Yeah. Or not, no, it's not bending, it's animal handling, right?
Oh, my fault.
It's all good.
Oh, that's the case. I can do it.
Slap a bitch. The bitch just mutters.
Even better. I
19.
speak bird, nigga.
Alright, what do you do? What are you doing and what is your desired outcome?
Shoo.
Shoo!
Well, to start with, I'm gonna.
Shoot, it's always working.
Okay, so I want to take a singular anchovy out and bring it to the closest bird and kind of just let him perch on my arm while he eats, right? And then from there, I want to try to connect and make friends with it as best I can, I guess.
Sure, okay. How big are vultures again? Hold on. Was it
See,
the
that was
sun?
funny. Anyway.
It's okay. I mean, how tall is Rhett?
6 foot something.
Okay, I mean, it's just about the same size as you, if not a bit bigger. But yeah, it'll land.
I got
Kinda
a tiny
chilling.
thing on my arm, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't even land on your arms. He basically just grabs both your shoulders, just lands, and it's just like pecking from like above your head. He's like, vroom, vroom, vroom. Yeah, he starts doing that, and the rest of the group is kind of fluttering around, like, hey, we want some too.
Can I have a bird too, please?
Everybody take some.
I don't want a bird.
Shut up and take some.
Yeah. So
Should
you're just trying to make a connection with it, like just be like, hey, bro, what's up?
At first, so I want to try to I want him to think that we're cool and we're good people.
I mean, yeah, you've got food, so he's interested in you.
Word, great.
Yeah, he's like, okay,
And now-
this works. Chew.
brainwash.
At this point, can I try to? Is it considered life bending, or should I just call it taming at this point? Because I want to be friendly with. I want to.
I guess it'd be taming, but you would roll life bending for it, yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, I basically want to.
Tame a
Yeah,
bitch.
I want to befriend them, make them tame, whatever.
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Okay. DC was 15. I'm gonna say with that, you're not able to tame the whole group.
Right.
But you're kind of like rationing out the food. The one on you is trying to take all of it, but you're like, no. You're handing it to the other ones. You gather enough. Like one each, basically, for everybody here.
I get a bird.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll just be kind of flying around you. You have enough for everybody, but they're all kind of focused on you right now because you have the food. The other ones start to kind of lose interest as they realize they're not getting anything, start to fly away.
Okay, but what exactly is your plan here?
Yeah, as I was just just all around you. That's canonically what they sound like now, just because of Maddox.
No, shoo. Kaka is the next one.
Except they screech, it's more like shoo! Let me just write that in my notes. Alright, here we go. Mackles make a screeching shoo sound. Thanks to Mattis for this bit of Vita lore. Okay, very nice. I'll put that in my world building tab. Okay. Do you think I'm not making that a thing? You're out of your mind, bro. That's what they sound like.
So we each have now a bird.
Well, they're not focused on. There's enough. There's one bird for each one of you guys. But they are all focused on Rhett because he's got the food right now. So they're all trying to be like, hey, give me some, hey.
Is there a possibility for me to brainwash a bird?
It depends. I guess.
Don't fucking do that, please. Please don't. This is gonna be bad. I have a bad feeling.
Like, I just want one bird, like, because the idea of like having a flying companion is very amusing, appealing to Boar, like.
Yeah, because you can't fly on your own. Only what?
No, I can fly with him. I can fly with him.
New buddy cop movie. Boar and his Mackle.
Yes.
Solving crimes in the world of the dead. I think that's the murderer. Shoo!
Get him!
You know, Carragoon may be dead, but we could just name the bird Carragoon, and he's still around.
Honestly, I can also just see the two of them sitting in an interrogation. We know you did it. We have the proof. It's easier if you admit it. Just from the corner, just have him go. Like you do the bad cop, nice cop routine, like good cop, bad cop routine, right? So Carrigan's all there, like, listen, I know that this is bad. You just have this bird in the corner. The entire time.
It spits out bones at him.
And then Carrigan's like, yeah, that's gonna be you.
I'm
You
still
don't tell me anyway.
It's true. Stop using his dead name. What's wrong with you? Come on, figure it out. That's fucked up. You can't do that.
Because you want to talk. What
are you talking about? I call him Boar.
Yeah, now.
Volkswagen.
That's true. He's actually Volkswagen.
Boar.
That's the name of his Mackle. He just calls it Volkswagen. Boar into his Volkswagen.
My Mackle doesn't have a diesel scandal.
You know what? He does what he does, you know what I'm saying?
But still, can I...
Anyways, Ren, what are you doing with all these swarming bird-type things?
That who Jack calls the Volkswagen emission scandal.
True.
I wanna try to do something similar to the Leviathan when I bonded with him and like gave him images of the situation, like, you know.
Yeah,
with Crystal. I wanna.
Oh wait, you're not actually brainwashing the bird.
As I'm trying to do this, am I still conscious, or do I have to completely concentrate and I can't like do anything?
You have to completely concentrate.
Okay, so then yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
Same thing. Except this time with thoughts of the harbor, like of where I want to land from the.
Okay, where do you want to land? Looking down, you can see the town. Pretty heavy industrial place. It's kind of hard to see down there through the smokestacks and the haze. But you can see there's the town, just kind of sprawling about. It's more like a small city, basically. And then you can see there's the port a little further. I guess it would be like northeast of the town. And then just kind of like random craggy canyons all around. So where would you like to land?
Damn. Shit. I'll ask the party before I try to make this happen. Well, I guess we'll say. Where do you guys think we should drop at?
Where are we dropping?
I mean, we're actually on a
yeah, these are basically flyers. Yeah, like I feel you.
Where we dropping? I don't know.
Towers.
Like, are we going straight for the port, or are we kind of doing
No,
a...
our shit in the convoy is not in the port. They're somewhere in the city.
Alright, so we fuck up... No, right, so we fuck up the port so that they don't leave, so that we have time to get the shit, right?
That was the plan for the Leviathan.
I mean, we can still fuck up the boat.
Yeah, but that can the Leviathan also do.
Yeah, but it's the Leviathan going to do that. Asking Red.
I think the Leviathan has helped us.
See?
I think we got the rest of this.
Do you have a bomb on you?
Me?
We just gotta get our stuff back. Really, we'll be back in business.
Our only fireball died in the sea, so.
Boar?
Oh yeah, you can bend.
I'm literally a firebender.
Okay, so you fly over there, blast a big fireball on the side of the ship.
I could do that.
Yes.
Furious flapping and chewing sounds.
Fuck it, just drop us as like a secluded corner of the board. Then we can decide from there. Somewhere where we're not immediately gonna get shot at.
Well, so I would say like we two make a flyby at the port, sink the ship, the others drop at the or land at the entrance to the city or somewhere within the city gates, and proceed to the contacts someone spoke about, and we meet up with them.
Sure. Is
I would say
everyone
that's
on board with that? Were you talking to me or were you talking to Red when you said?
I was talking to the group.
No,
as a
because you
whole.
said the two of us were gonna.
Oh yeah,
like,
the two of us.
So yeah, like I'm fucking down with that.
You're the fire person who makes explody at the ship, and I'm like there to say, yeah, that's the weak point of the ship.
I'm
Maybe
down
also
with
try
that plan.
something.
Yeah, you could also like
something.
help me.
Yeah.
You know, Eldritch blast the side or something.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast, because that's making a huge hole.
I don't know how Eldritch blast works. I'm not a fucking.
It's a cantrip.
I'm not a Titan.
Come on. The joke is right there. Fucking Warlock. Are you stupid?
No, I
He's
forgot
literally
the
playing
word.
a Warlock.
I know, but I forgot the
Come
word.
on, Vio. Figure
I
it out.
Okay, first of all, stop screaming at me because the joke in my head was that Xerxes doesn't fucking know what he's doing. Second of all, eat my entire ass.
No.
Third of all, are we gonna do it?
Eat my entire. What the fuck?
You never heard that before?
Yes, I did, but no.
He's never been offered to have his entire ass eaten. What a sad man. Yeah, are you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear it.
So anyways, what's going on?
Are we dropping that? Are we
Oh,
doing
right, we
that?
have the exploding pistols also to make, maybe.
Yeah,
It depends
so-
on if the ship is made of steel or wood.
You steal ships.
Ah, okay, we can't, that's a problem.
That's why I couldn't have one for a battle map, because nobody fucking makes modern fucking cargo ship maps.
So, yeah, scratch that, Xerax. I don't think we maybe can with our bending powers if we do it good.
I mean, you can still blast a hole on something that's metal.
while saying that I'm reaching back to the sword, we have an amplifier. But yeah,
Oh no. We're still gonna do it, okay? Let's just go with that plan. It's probably gonna work.
yeah. Let's use our normal powers.
Yeah, let's. Okay, so if we split up and then we meet again, where do we meet again?
Split up, gang. Ooh, yeah, that's the problem. We don't know the city.
Split
I say.
the party. Split the party.
Wait. Who said that we can meet contacts in the city? Will, what is it? Wheelock?
Wheelock, yeah.
Did he say where we can meet them?
In the
tavern or
city.
something? Okay. Maybe a tavern the nearest to the city gate, because we need to find the persons. And I think a tavern or some kind of that is a good place to start.
Yeah, sure.
A bar, where people are that know something.
Also alcoholics.
Also that. So
Which one am I?
both. More alcoholic.
You made me swap my fucking dice from one end to the other so I could do this.
So is everybody fine with that plan, or are there objections?
I have
What's
some
that?
objects.
I'm playing. Sure, it sounds good.
What did I say? I didn't understand.
I have objects.
Okay, what are your objects?
Glasses.
Oh,
I've got a broken toothpick
a gun?
somewhere. Oh. Yeah.
Point at the kid.
No. Man,
What do you mean pointing at the kid? What the
that's the
fuck?
second time.
Ay. Alright, so you guys are riding the birds down into town? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, me and Zax are trying to do a fly-by-night to sink the ship, the military ship in the harbor.
You're trying to sink the ships? Okay.
No, we to like make a big, huge explosion at the bow or back. I don't know the term for heck in English.
Yes.
The back. The front back. The back front.
No, the bow and the bow of a ship and...
It's a honeydew. I like that one. Okay, so you two are trying to go into the port and fuck up ships, is what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay, and then everybody else... What's everybody else supposed to be doing?
Shit.
Look for the contacts.
The stern.
You said, okay, so the different job locations you planned out were the port, by the ships, and then there was another place, right? It was like further out.
Are you talking to me or to him?
I'm asking you.
There was the port, there was the town itself, and then there was like the outskirts, like the canyons and shit.
Port. Well, yeah, the whole point of us doing this was because they didn't expect it.
Yeah, that's why Zarex and I are doing the flyby.
Sure, yeah. I mean, so long as... Well,
Flag fire just...
Right, but the person that was being sought to help, like the person that was seeking to help us, they're in the city, right? So if we go to the port and we just completely circumvent that, and they're waiting for us, expecting us to be there until all sorts of shit just goes off. And if it doesn't go to plan, I mean... Should we drop in the city? Or in the outskirts? Like, I mean... We don't have to drop here. It makes sense.
So, no flyby?
No flyby. It appears. Okay, contact first. Flyby later.
I don't know if we'll be... I think this is a one-time deal.
It's D&D, baby. Welcome to D&D. I have no answers for you. It's just D&D.
Dandy.
And
dandy guy.
That's in space.
In space.
God, that was such a show, indeed.
In space.
Fucking robot revolution.
Alright, so is it town? Is it port? I still don't know what's going on.
I'm unsure, man.
Town
Shit.
for now. If you said that we might fuck up with the contact. If we don't.
Why are we fucking
they
up the
might-
contact if we destroy their means of escaping with our friends and belongings?
You know what? You're right. Big balls. I like the big moves. I forgot I was supposed to respect that. My fault, Thor. We're going in the port. We're getting it. We're doing it the nasty way.
It was my idea. Like,
No, I
Zax
like
and
it.
Yeah, but Zax and I fly over there. Destroy the port and the ship from distance, like with like big fireball and maybe some singularity shit, I don't know. And come back and meet with you at the contacts or like at the tavern or bar to find the contact. We can all fly by and try to destroy the ship, but I mean it's a greater risk.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna hit them with an ambush, shouldn't we give them all we got? Well, no, because we don't have our stuff yet, so we don't have all we got.
Yeah.
You're right. We'll do a couple to get our stuff back, and then we'll make the big, the hurt one.
The pig.
So I guess the rest of us will just drop in the city and look for that connection.
Yeah, and we will join you then, or not if we perished.
All right.
Okay.
Did we just sign our death sentence?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Ah, holy shit, Rio. I'm sorry if your character dies.
I'm not.
No, no.
I'm indifferent. Full range of opinions.
Good friend. Alright. So, Xerix and Boar are going to the port. Everybody else is going to town. Is that what I heard?
It seems like it.
But I'm flying like with a bird. He can follow me, but I'm flying with a mask.
Okay.
That's way more like to relate on, like reliable. Like you're a fine bird, but
You're a fine bird. Nothing personal, but I'm gonna just fly myself.
Yeah.
I just wanna hug it. I wanna hug a bird. No, I'm just gonna get it to I'm gonna try getting it to sit on my shoulders. Carry me.
Push.
Yeah.
Tear my shoulders open with your fucking claws.
Yeah.
Kinky.
True.
Okay. All right. So everybody that's riding or having a bird, take them. Or I guess you'll put on the mask and just start going. Okay. Red. This Mackle already has a hold of you, so you're just point it to where you want to go, basically. And then the others will follow. Hierophant, I guess, will kind of carefully walk up and grab one of the things, and one of the birds will latch onto the shoulders and start eating it. He's like, oh. Fahil, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to go with Rat.
Okay.
It's a classic team up.
Okay.
The dynamic duo, dog.
Okay.
Exactly. Alliteration.
Sure. So yeah, you guys, you also have one grab you, by the shoulders. They start lifting you guys and heading into town. Xerix, one grabs you and starts following. You kind of lead it to follow Boar as he's flying down.
Yeah. For our approach to the port, we're flying at high altitude. First of all, to scout out, not directly over the port. Hello, please watch us.
Okay.
Scouting first, trying to be a bird.
Okay.
That they think we are not people in the air flying. It's more okay. That's just unusual birds.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So those of you that are flying into town, basically you're just lifted down by the mackerels, screeching as they go down, flapping as they go down. Eventually you guys are landed down into you kind of descend through the smog, kind of coughing as it burns your lungs. But as you get through it, you can see this kind of black and stained town below from all the soot and whatnot. I need Rhett, Fahil, and I'll roll for Hierophant. I need you guys to roll me acrobatics checks as the mackerels basically just kind of drop you guys maybe like 15, 30 feet up from the air.
It's okay, I'm a bird myself,
16 for Hierophant. He'll tumble a bit. What about my other rogue? What about Redder? What's Redder doing?
I rolled it.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, 21. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're good too. You tumble, basically. No problem. Okay. So, yeah, you guys land in there just fine. As you get closer into the city and eventually land in the city, you do recognize that there are sirens sounding.
Air raid sirens.
Kind of like that.
Oh shit.
You guys are noticing that there's spotlights on top of buildings that are pointing up towards the Leviathan.
Okay.
Seems like a Leviathan sighting is considered to be a danger to the city. All right, Xerix and Boar, what's going on? What's the play here? Walk me through it. What's happening?
Okay. Should I VO or do you want to?
I'm following the lead on the flying, like your lead on the flying. I'm doing the bombing.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, so we see the port like from the Leviathan, right? Like where it is generally located.
What's that? Oh, the port from the Leviathan? Yeah.
Like, I start off flying from the Leviathan, like a little bit higher, like on its head height, like because the head is still higher than the torso. Then start just like flying over to the port.
Okay.
And try to figure out which of the docked ships is probably the right one to.
Okay, yeah. Roll me perception as you look at these 3 ships that are moored right now.
Oh, there are 3 ships.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
21.
21. The first one you see is a blue and green ship. It is called the Mossy Lady, I guess. I don't know. Ship names are weird. It works.
Rescue? Oh, fuck.
Sure. Looking at it, you can see that it's largely like cargo containers, shipping containers. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Maybe just a shipment thing. The second one you see is a black and red one. It is what's the name of this one? It's the Prime Meridian. It seems to have a number of containers on it as well, but it also seems to have larger cranes, as well as it seems to be lifting up a lot of large pallets full of like wood boxes, and you can see the boxes say munitions on them. Okay. So it seems to be some sort of a military vessel. The last one you see is a completely gray ship. It is called the Tempest. It seems to be some sort of just a naval vessel. It's smaller than the other 2. But you can definitely see the guns, protruding out of the sides. Pretty mean looking vessel, that one.
So kind of frigate class.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Shit. So like, I hover like in the air waiting for Xerix with Bird to.
Yeah, Xerix is coming down.
Okay, Xerix.
Yeah.
We have, on the other hand, a normal trading hauling ship we can probably ignore that. Then we have a military munitions transport and a frigate class battleship.
Well, that's interesting. There's kind of like you see a look between the two, pondering over them. Can I roll like perception to see the kind of people walking in and off the like on and off the ships?
Sure, yeah, go for it. As you guys float closer, you can now also hear the signs. You can see spotlights on the port
I'm
pointing up to the Leviathan.
When Boris is like, he's like looking if some of the spotlights is pointing to them or just to the Leviathan.
To the
like, oh, fuck.
Leviathan. They're all kind of like lining up on the Leviathan.
Sadly, that is a 13. I don't know what that gets me.
Hard to see from the site. You'd have to get closer.
Okay, I could imagine that the battleship is an escort for the munitions transport.
That would be possible.
So I would get okay. Problem is, if we now attack the munitions transport, which will be easy to destroy if I see it correctly, that if they're loading munition on board, because ignite that,
Boom.
boom.
Yeah.
Two problems. I don't know how big the explosion will. How far away is the mossy lady from the something transport?
So the Mossy Lady is in the middle.
Ah, okay, that's a problem. And they're like next to each other directly, more or less.
Basically, yeah.
Like chances are, if I ignite the ammunition, it's
You have the
gonna get
port
hit by
here.
fire.
You have Prime Meridian, Mossy Lady, and the Tempest. They're all moored next to each other.
So
And the
there is
explosion
a
would
high
probably hit
possibility that
the private ship.
yeah. That's a bummer. We could easily destroy it. But we have two problems. The first one is, yeah, we destroy the civil ship. And second of all, there is still a battleship with probably anti-air weapon capabilities to open fire on us.
Can we get lower so that we can get a better look at the ships again?
Could
Yeah,
certainly try, yeah.
Can I look at the frigate, like, if they have, like, anti-air weaponry, like, things that are used to shoot things out of the sky?
Roll perception.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, it's a mean-looking ship. It definitely has an array of different weapons to deal with whatever it needs to. It is a combat-ready ship.
Could I... Okay, if I recall color... English? Hello? If I recall color...
Correctly.
Try again.
If I recall correctly,
There you go.
Fahil's cult people took all the stuff, right?
Yes.
Don't like him.
So we should be on the lookout for cultists, right?
Like, you mean, the red-cloaked ones?
Yes.
Huh.
Question to the DM.
Hi, that's me.
No, that was the question to you.
Are there
I don't know.
red-cloaked-
Should you be?
Okay,
Okay, let me ask that again. It is correct that Fahil's cult people took our stuff,
Yes.
or have our stuff. Great, thank you. From that point on, that was the point I needed confirmation on.
so
Gotcha.
are we seeing any Skitari or like
Roll
red
perception.
cloak-
Am I allowed to roll that again, even though I technically
You can
already
roll
rolled
again.
it?
Oh, my luck with perception rolls is destroyed. Theo, you have to be better than me.
I dropped that.
That means,
Can I roll that again or not?
like,
What'd
just,
you roll?
I mean, I dropped it, but I got a 9 in total if we count this one.
It's hard to tell from up here. You'd have to get closer.
Okay, but
I take a fucking swan dive with the bat.
Xerx, you maybe don't need to. I had an idea without destroying the ships directly, how to disable them. Just destroy their propellers and rudders at the back side.
Oh, do they have those?
They need to. Every ship needs to have a way of
Yeah, okay,
propulsion.
but do they have those visibly for us available to fucking blast at?
Certainly try.
You and me know how a ship is like. At the back, there's like these things and the
Because
that
Aris
thing.
doesn't have a clue, but yeah. I know the thing and the...
Boris explaining that to you. Okay, basically, underwater.
You have this thing
at
and
the
you
back
have
of
that
the ship,
thing.
and that thing that's propelling the ship. If
Okay.
you fire there,
Yeah.
problem is it's in the water.
How far away are we?
You guys are about 400 feet above the port.
Okay. How are we doing this? You don't have a spell to breathe underwater, don't you?
I happen to not have that, no.
Damn. And I didn't take the feat because I thought, when are we going to need underwater breathing?
See, if I drop something from 400 feet height, though, it's gonna make an impact, no matter how small it is, because 400 feet.
Yeah, but my problem is fire in water. You need extremely
No,
hot
that's not
fire.
what I mean. I mean dropping a physical object onto the ships.
What do you want to drop?
I don't know, what do I have to drop? What's in my
Those
inventory?
propellers are big, like big things underwater, and if you drop it in the water, it gets slowed down pretty fast, pretty quick. Basic physics.
I want to try doing a thing here before I shoot it at something, so I'm gonna try a bending thing here.
Okay.
But see, you have things such as comets and lava and stuff, right? That's actually also in connection with fire,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot more resistible to water than regular fire.
Sure.
So if I could create like a, as physically possible, solid ball of fire.
Sure. I'll say for that 17 AC or DC.
Okay, is it an ability check, bending, or what is it?
No, it's like an action.
Okay.
Kind of like an
So
attack, but not really.
So no guidance. Okay,
No.
got it. Shit.
You said it's a 17? Well, guess what I rolled?
And
1!
15.
A 17.
Okay.
Ah,
Which means 23 total.
Okay. Yeah, you start conjuring this large, we'll say like, not that large, we'll say a little bigger than a basketball-sized fireball. It's now being held in your hands. What are you doing?
we could try it and aim it at the back of the munitions transport because I think, okay, you can transport prisoners easily on the frigate, but for the stuff you probably need the transport ship because it's my guess.
Yes.
Also, we would disrupt a big chunk of his logistics undertaking. Or, okay, I have an idea. You do that shit on the munitions transport.
Mhm.
I fly over, boy, that yonder, and try to destroy the rudder and the propellers on the military ship with my powers.
See, we could do
So
that.
we have both disabled.
We could try that. Also, I had another stupid as fuck idea.
Okay.
But no, well,
What come
technically
now?
we'll set this. I made the AC, so this should probably work.
Okay. So
DC.
good
And
with
whatever.
that. Okay. I need to figure out what I can do with my void powers to destroy something physical. Like
Well,
okay, what is your idea of the void power of the void bending? What is like your like?
but it is about your idea, Mattis.
No,
You
but I
have
mean
to
like
have the idea.
like you can interpret fire in only one way, like how fire is working, but void it's
Well,
very open source.
you made plants rot, like not like rot. You just straight up made plants turn into like a solid stone like
Yeah.
material. Couldn't you try
What
doing
are
that
the
on the
effects of
propellers?
certain materials in space? Void is the embodiment of space. Not of time, just of space.
My idea is like, can I physically bend things like because space it's an abstract concept for me. Like if there's a straight metal plate, can I just make?
Mattis?
Gravity would fall under space.
Oh, okay.
Also, I had an idea. I don't know if that's a thing, but what I just said, space is literally like a giant vacuum, essentially, right?
Yeah, I also had that.
So
but
you could just make a sphere around the thing and then just crump it more and more together.
Yeah, that was my idea. Like, I can I try to do that?
If you'd like to. You're gonna have to
Like,
get
make it-
closer. Your bending range is only 30 feet.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can throw that thing. I can't. I have an idea for that. Okay.
The arm on this bitch!
In the vicinity of the back of the ship it's towards the port, like
Yes.
to the harbor side.
Yes.
Because they need to drive out that way. Okay.
Actually, no, that's incorrect.
So they're driving backwards out of the harbor.
Kind of. You can see there's other smaller ships like tugs and stuff like that you assume probably get them out of port.
Okay. That's a problem because I could have
I think.
disguised
Let me see.
myself as I could have disguised myself as Sistari, but I can't make myself invisible.
But I can.
You can?
I can.
For how long?
Let me check. What was it? Greater invisibility.
Yeah, no, so the front of the ship is the one port side.
Okay.
Concentration up to a minute.
I have to be fucking fast. Like
400
people that
feet.
only-
400 feet in a minute if you fly.
Is that
It's
far?
absolutely doable. That's 120 meters.
Oh,
That's absolutely doable.
okay. Okay, then let's do it that way. Okay. Is that okay for you, Mr. Game
That
Designer?
works.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I-
touch me.
You probably have more control over how you fly. So, but like, yeah, I fucking put a hand on your shoulder. I'm like, do the magic words that I have to do for this. Blessed be thy by the ignorance of society. And now you are invisible. Congratulations. And I've just lost a spell slot. I have to remember that part.
Okay.
Um,
Second I get invisible, I just fly down to the back of the ship, like where the rudder ends.
Okay. Sure.
I would also position myself somewhere behind it because, like, the way that I see it. Wait, did we come like from the ocean side or from the like city side, like from the port?
You flew over a bit of the city. So what you're looking at here, I'll draw it for you. Actually, I'll
So,
just show
like,
you the
am I
map here.
essentially over the port?
You are over the port right now, yes. So the Leviathan is parked about here.
Right.
The port. Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
The port is about here.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys flew over a little bit of land, like the furthest corner of Colkirk, and you're now over the port.
But I'm essentially closer to the front than the back of the ship. So then I would just fly over
Yeah,
there,
you're like
let the
over the port. So yeah, you'd be on like the front.
mind control the bird to the back of the thing,
Okay.
so that I can get a good aim.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Animal handling, yes.
You can do that, Red. You're a bard. You're good at that shit.
Am I?
Which ability is that? Animal handling.
I don't know. I literally cannot see.
Yeah, me neither. I just
Probably intelligence or charisma.
or click it for this one roll.
Okay, we clicked it.
Wisdom.
Yeah, you
Wisdom,
kind
okay.
of lean yourself, and the bird takes note, brings you more towards the middle of the boat.
Give him a little pat on the head that I can't reach because he's like about as tall as I am.
Yeah, you reach like his midsection.
I give him like a mental pat on the head. Good bird. Will's checking to see if they know that. what I would like to do, before I essentially start firing these is like preferably already prepare like a second one, like a second fireball.
Both hands are holding the one you have right now.
I see.
Oh, it's that
See,
big. Like,
in my hand,
You're like
in my head,
cradling it, yeah.
in my head, I was holding it in one hand.
No. You could try, but I'm gonna make you roll sleight of hand to see if you drop it early or not.
okay, no, don't.
Wait, what's my plus? No, I want to check. Also, I get a fucking close Jesse. Always open Jesse.
Dexterity.
Sleight of hand. Not that good. Okay. No, then ignore that part.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for Karragoon to shoot first because I can't see him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you drop yours or you're waiting?
Like, I'm probably faster than her, like, to get to the ship, because I have...
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you get down there, kind of just a little bit over the water. Go ahead and roll me bending. It's gonna be a pretty big thing, so I'm gonna say also a 17 for you.
Please, come on. For one time. Intelligence.
Fuck! I could have given you an inspiration.
Yeah,
Not anymore though.
I'm not looking. It's a 14. Fuck. Not working. Shit biscuits!
You begin to try and bend the space, but as you're trying, you start to get a little bit of a hold, but the pressure of the water pushing in on this little vacuum you're creating is too much. Crushes it.
Okay, other idea.
Feels as if your muscles kind of overexert in that second as you're straining against the hull of the ocean.
How is Dimension Door working? Wait a second. Ah, okay. I had the idea of like making like just cutting off something with Dimension Door, like not possible.
I will say at this point, Xerix is about 300 feet above the ship. What ship are you above?
I have the one with the ammunition.
Okay,
Right.
the cargo ship.
Yes.
You are holding a fireball. You are very visible. You start seeing people on the decks of the other ships pointing up and rushing around the ships.
I just fucking yeeted.
What have I missed?
Okay.
300 feet is a big yeet. But
We
Okay.
are committing acts of
Roll me a strength check to see how accurate this is.
just pure strength.
Pure strength.
Oh.
All right, let me get the
Oh no,
board
you're
clean.
strong as fuck. You're strong as fuck, aren't you?
Compared to you guys, yes.
Oh, Vio.
It's a 10.
Altogether?
Altogether, it's a 10. Yes. I'm only-
You slam it down. You see, it starts heading down towards the ship. You did the angle wrong.
No.
It smashes against like the side railing on the left. Splits open, just starts kind of cascading down the side of the ship.
Did it damage the ship though? Damage the ship?
I mean, it hit the railing. Like some parts of it are on fire, but it's not at all what you wanted.
I thought that you let her hit like the ammunition racks or something like that. Like,
No. So like on the sides of the ships, the big railings, it basically cracked on that. Most of it ended up just going down the side of the ship, like the
Holy
hull.
fuck,
There's a little bit of the deck that has a bit of fire on it, but it's yeah. You can already see people on the ship are already like grabbing hoses and running over.
I was scared for a second.
Okay, Bor, what are you doing? Oh, you know what? While we're doing this. Turn that
See,
on.
all of these dice are betraying me today. I'm getting the actual ones.
There we
No,
go.
the different ones.
Okay. Okay, I remember back at the wonderful obsidian plant I have in my inventory.
No.
Because I have that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do another void bending check, like this time trying to change the state of basically the mechanical compartments I want to destroy to this void, to this obsidian-like material, like
Yeah.
making it like more or less solid stone or something that would break if you try to.
Sure, go ahead and roll. You need to beat a 17.
Yes. Oh,
And what part are you trying to fuck with?
probably the two like are they called propellers?
I think they're
Like
propellers, yeah.
The big ass propellers, like
Mhm,
making
yeah.
them and the coil that holds them, like makes them speedy.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
you
like,
start to
this-
bend. You see this void energy begin to kind of exhale from your arms. You can see the water definitely darkens. It's hard to see through the water, but it darkens. There seems to be kind of a murkiness about that certain area. And you can hear kind of in your ears this underwater melding and twisting of metal.
Okay.
At this point, seeing that... Nice.
Open fire! Open fire!
Zarex gets shot at.
How much health?
Full.
No, but
4 of the side guns on the
oh, shit.
frigate are going to fire.
On.
Xerx, yes.
Oh shit! You should fly. Oh, fuck
Oh
you, no.
no.
Oh,
Oh no.
shit.
Okay.
Your bird is
Well, the
dead.
bird is dead because that's 2 nat 20s.
Shit. All right.
So the first shot, straight through your mackle, immediately hear it kind of shriek out in pain and immediately release you. As you start to drop, the second shot, straight past your ear, you are going to take... Not bad. So 8 damage, and I guess it would be... It's like sound. It's like it goes past your ear and like cracks and like deafens you in one ear. So I guess we'll do force damage, I suppose.
Or thunder?
Force or thunder. I'm gonna do force because it's also now with the way it kind of splits the air, immediately
You
kind of
said?
catapults you to the side. So now you're like sideways falling. 8 damage, yes. And you are now in a free fall, like sideways on your side, going down.
Okay.
The other shot also hits the bird. You just see this mackle just basically explodes
Red
into
mist.
red mist, yeah. And you are now in a complete free fall.
Okay. Do I see that?
Well, you
Probably.
certainly hear it, if nothing else. You hear... You see the water start to kind of rock.
I immediately.
How fast am I
seeing that
falling?
Fly.
No,
Try
how fast am I
to break
falling?
out of the air.
I guess we'll do 60 feet a second.
60 feet a second. Okay.
Also, probably
So-
the concentration is broken. I'm visible now.
Oh yeah, roll
definitely.
concentration save.
Wait, what is it?
You have to be the 10. I think it's just a con save. And you have to be the 10. Because the damage was
Constitution
above
save.
that. Yeah.
What even is this number? These dice are fucked. That's probably a 7.
Altogether?
Yes. Right,
Invisibility
I remember
disappears.
why I got the other dice.
Yeah, so you hear the
Um,
gun shoot bore, and then immediately you look down and you're visible.
Oh shit! I just.
You like you hear
fired
like one pained screech. You hear doo 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 pained screech, and now you're visible.
Fuck! I look over to Zax like, oh shit!
Yeah, you
Okay.
see her just.
Grab her like,
See, but the thing that I can do here is if you say that I'm falling 60 feet a second and one round is 6 seconds, then in that one round I will fall 360 feet.
Yes.
Therefore, I could use my feather fall to catch myself next round.
but you would still be in the water.
Yeah, you're 300 feet above the ship. So you're
Oh,
gonna be about 60 feet into the ship's hull by the next round.
Wait, can I... Oh, can I try doing a fucking Iron Man, but like with fire, like I kind of did last time with the
Really, like,
balance, so that I can kind of like catch myself with like a fire blast to
You
maneuver?
can certainly try. It's gonna be a high DC.
That's a 23.
Okay.
I know why I love you. I know why I chose you.
Yeah, so you go plummeting down. You just start shooting fire. Just kind of frantically. You're able to right yourself so that you're not going sideways. And you just kind of keep blasting fire down. You're still going to be hitting it pretty fucking fast. So you're still going to end up taking damage.
I tried to catch her.
Wait.
Are you trying to catch her?
Yeah, like this fly, but like.
No, the thing is, oh fuck, I didn't think about that.
I'm shit at strength, but still.
I'm mad right now because I should have just taken the feather fall because then I wouldn't take damage. But I didn't.
You can try. Yeah, go ahead and roll me, I guess, a strength check. And it's going to be a disadvantage because you're trying to catch a momentum that's going very fast down.
Okay, I'm going to down with you. Fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Thank you for being with me.
13! Not... Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
I counted with a 2 or something. Why did we do the fuck, eh?
No, the thing is I didn't think it through. I was being cocky and it killed me. Again. Kind of, maybe. I don't know. Depends on what Will's doing.
Okay. Xerix, you mitigate some of this. You will still crash into a metal hull. So you're going to take roughly 35 points of bludgeoning damage as you just slam into the deck of the ship. You can hear bones crunch. Boar, you go rushing in, trying to stop it. You kind of reach out your arms. You catch some of it. That was very loud. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is a change in energy.
Oh boy. That scared me.
There we go. So you'll take... You really just kind of send her more into more of a tailspin, trying to grab her. You kind of crash into her. You're going to end up taking...
45. Oh shit. Oh shit, I didn't like the eyes of that.
16 bludgeoning damage, and you are now kind of uncontrollably flying off towards the water.
Fuck. He's shouting that out loud.
Yeah.
Like...
Okay. Xerix, you are... First things first, I need a con save to see if your legs are broken or not.
Fuck.
Betrayal. That's a 9.
Oh, no.
As you come to, you are laying on the deck of this ship. Boxes all around you. You actually crashed into some. You can just see bullets have just scattered everywhere. And as you look down, you see your right lower leg is twisted the wrong way. And you begin screaming in pain.
Mattis doesn't. I love that he's going to the military because that description's already taking the fucking life out of him.
Yeah. Like your leg's supposed to go back from the knee, it is going forward from the knee.
Can I try healing that?
Yeah? Go for it.
Okay, God. 6.
Okay, 17 altogether, so you heal some of the damage. I'm going to say it's going to take your whole turn to basically set your leg right and then heal it so the bone melds. So, it takes some time. You're able to heal yourself, but it takes some precious time. As you can hear now, you can hear people on the ship now shouting and heading your way.
How far away are they?
You have no idea.
Okay.
All you know is that you just crashed into the ship. You were screaming in pain. They probably know where you are.
Right.
Okay.
Mattis, you are catapulting through the sky right now.
Can I try to regain control of
Dex save.
Oh shit, I'm not good at those. Oh, okay, I'm good at those.
As you're about to hit the water, you swing around, just kind of blasting out this energy behind you. Like to your ankles just go underwater, but past that you're okay.
Okay.
And you right yourself. You've gone about 120 feet off course of the ship.
Okay.
Out into the ocean.
I want to fly as fast as I can to this position where Xerix crashed.
Okay, what's your movement? Flying movement?
You never said.
Oh right, I think it was 120. So yeah, you can get back to the ship with all your
And
movement.
okay.
It's
Can I
not
ask
over
how-
Xerix. You get like to the railing of the ship.
Okay. Can I get my feet on the ship?
Yes.
And can I change it to bonus action my like holographic shit like this? I have this holographic cloth changer, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. To a Skitarii uniform.
Sure.
I want to do that.
Kind of digitizes into the red cloaks and whatnot. Kind of shadowed front.
Okay.
You are still
Good.
you.
Yeah, but I
What?
have the mask on, so like
You do have the mask on.
nobody knows my face and my clothing. now
Nobody
matches.
knows what it's like.
Okay.
Yeah. The military ship is shooting a transport hauler.
So you land, Xerix, as you start to get up. Still feeling residual pain, but seeing that the leg is okay. Like, okay, kind of testing it. As you get
I
up
just
and
fucking
look,
realized. Oh my god, I had 2 attacks. I could have technically done that twice, the fireball thing, before they hit me.
yeah, well.
Think about your stats, Theo!
You look up and you see turning the corner is 2 Skitarii. Guns up, and they will go ahead and shoot at you.
Wait. I want to say something to them as soon as I see them.
Go for it. Speech is free action.
I want to like start producing a flame in my hand, sort of like just the tiniest spark. It doesn't have to be anything big, and I will be like, 1 step closer, and I will set this entire ship aflame.
They're shooting.
Well, they both miss, but bullets go flying.
I mean, to be fair, technically they did step closer.
It's your turn now. What do you want to do?
There's only those 2.
Yes. You hear more footsteps,
I-
but only those 2 have come around the corner.
What do I want to do?
I have a plan. What to do? Please survive.
I think I will pull out my Jimmy.
Okay.
Not using the explosion function on it, because, yeah, no thank you. I don't actually want to set this ship aflame.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, gotta roll attack first, and I will shoot, I don't know, at either one of them.
Okay.
Oh god, that's a... God damn, that's a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Now I just have to get my D4. Eight, 10, 11. Plus 11 plus 2.
13.
So 13.
Okay. 13 damage to 1. You immediately stop the flame, pull out the jimmy, shoot. You hit him kind of in the left shoulder. You see sparks and shit coming out of the now exposed wiring and metal.
Wait, do I recall where their weak point is that disables them from like literally doing anything?
Yeah.
I want to aim at that for the second guy.
Okay. To hit that, I'm going to need you to hit in 18 or higher.
Nope, that's a 14.
Okay. Still hits, but does not hit the crit spot.
Okay. That I can live with. 5, 8, 9, 11.
11 damage. Yeah, you pump another shot into him. A little more on the torso. Same side, but a little more on the torso. The first shot kind of knocked him back, but the second one knocked him back even further. So he's kind of somewhat looking away from you now, still holding the gun. Not looking too hot.
Sorry.
Okay. Mark 2 shots out of your magazine, by the way.
That thing, didn't that thing just kind of not have... Oh,
It doesn't have reserve ammo, but you do have to reload the clip.
Yeah. I have to remember something, yes.
Alright. Matt, it's your turn.
Okay. How far away am I from that?
To be a dick, 35.
I don't need to be and but like I just need to be in visual and speaking range of them.
Okay, yeah, you can see him. You can also see there's about
Also-
8 more behind him.
Okay. I make a slight change to the uniform, like, I know what a officer looked like, because we fought one at the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give myself that rank insignia,
Okay.
and I walk forward, like, and shout and... Can I transmute my... and shout, like, cease fire.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
One of them looks over to you in confusion, like, what? The injured one. The other one looks at you, sees the mask, and immediately turns the gun towards you.
Shit!
He's going to take a shot at you. That was a nat 20, by the way, so he has to, right? 18?
18 hits!
I think it's higher than that, but I've rolled 18. Galvanic rifle is a +5, so yeah, it's in the 20s to hit. Okay, 2d10 piercing.
Think.
That is going to be 16 damage. Well, 16. Yeah, 16 damage. As he just fires a shot off, hits you in like the upper right thigh as you kind of like limp backwards, like ah.
Okay. So I maxed out of my basement movement, like I'm in 5 feet of VO.
Sure.
Okay, seeing that shit didn't work, I hate you for 5 feet. I hate you so much.
I said to be a dick. Still in melee range,
okay,
you could still
no,
touch.
No. Fuck you.
Only if you ask nice things, take you to dinner.
Tasha's old otherworldly guys. Bonus action. I can
Okay.
give myself wings. I can fly 5 feet further.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Also, I make myself immune to fire and poison damage, lower planes. Yeah, I take lower planes and poison condition.
Okay.
Also, I have a bonus AC of +2. This spell is fucking.
Wow! What level is it? 6. Makes sense.
Plot twist,
Yeah.
it's actually a cantrip.
And I fly this like I grow this like undead wings and fly like 5 feet forward. Like, and oh fuck! There's still a. I can't cast 2 spells in a turn, isn't there?
Yeah, unless they're cantrips.
Shit! So
You
no.
can do a cantrip
dimension
and a normal. Yeah.
Shit! It was wasted. No dimension door. Fuck! This rule is not cool.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
Yeah, but still, it's not cool. Okay, wait, I can try something out. Okay, because I have a wait, it's that, right? Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Ah.
How much damage is that? Where's the damage? Oh wait, but that's my count. Sorry, wrong spell.
Wow! You couldn't roll like this for me for Visari, but now you want to roll nothing but nat 20s. Okay. This is the guy that you shot shooting back at you, Vio. And that's a nat 20 with the galvanic rifle, which means that's 4d10.
Fuck! Please don't die on me, Vio.
Will, can I ask you something here?
Sure, what's up?
'Cause we had that fire shield, but you kind of took it out of the thing, but it's in theory still a concept that I could use, right?
It
As
still
a
works with
reaction.
it, yeah.
Yeah, then I want to try, like, creating a fire shield to, like, eat the bullets, I suppose.
I'm going to say you can't stop the attack because it's a nat 20, but I'll say you can try and dampen the damage.
That is more than enough. What? So just firebending?
Firebending... I'm going to have to put it at a 20 because he rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'll give you the chance, but it's going to be hard.
20 total?
20 total, yes.
I see
It's not a good smile. That's a sad smile.
It's a 19. All of
Well,
that?
if it's a 19, I'd have a 25, so we'd be fine.
No, I mean
it's a
all
9.
all.
It's a 9, so I have a 15.
How much health do you have left?
Not enough to take 40-10. Unless he rolls really shitty on this one.
I'm frightened.
As am I.
31.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Oh.
I mean, I could have taken a little bit less. Like, 27. I was at 27, right? So 26, I'd still be fine. But no.
That was 2 9s, an 8, and a 6.
Yeah,
Why
I
are you
figured.
rolling that high, Will?
I would have loved to roll like this with fucking Vasari, let me tell you. Oh well.
Bro, you would have killed Gorak.
Yeah, I would have.
And then
Okay.
you would have hated yourself.
Wait, what happened? I never knew what happened.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, yeah, that's an entire thing.
Okay, so yeah, top of the turn order, it's you, death save.
Death save's just straight D20, right?
Ooh.
I think it is, at least for me.
Yeah, death save is just rolling. Wait. Let me roll death save. It's just rolling. No, +1 for some
Why do
reason.
you have a mod on it?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Where would be it's either intelligence or dexterity.
Well,
I feel
it's
like it'd
neither
be
of
con.
those. It's neither of those, because none of those are 0 with me.
Death save
My
modifier. I have +1. I don't know why. Oh, I have a +1 on everything. I think.
Roll a d20 if you just roll a straight d20, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that your roll in chat, or you were just checking?
I mean, it's only fair if we take that, isn't it?
Okay, so yeah, 1 fail.
Unless you want to be super nice, but like,
Isn't over 10 is success? And
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, yeah, so it's
Oh,
1
right.
success. Yeah, because you haven't, like, died before.
I full on went with that.
Well,
too.
technically you have. I haven't really been enforcing that, though. So yeah, 10 is 1. Okay.
I haven't died. I've never died.
No, you're all dead.
Well,
But
yes,
the
but
rule applies if you're resurrected, so I don't count it. Because technically you guys are still dead.
see, we're still dead. See,
Mattis, what are you doing? You watch Xerix just get flattened by a shot straight to
Yet
the
again.
upper
you
chest.
watched
just-
me go down quite a lot.
Okay, yeah, okay. I have an extra attack with Natasha's old otherworldly guys,
Sure.
so I use that like to shoot at the almost dead one with my Winchester.
Okay, go for it.
I have to roll that manually in chat because I can use my spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
So it's my charisma then, right? Because my spellcasting ability, yes. Where's the Winchester? It's d20 plus roll d20 plus 5. That's the whole roll, right?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's your spell. You gotta know.
Okay, I roll that for checking, like. Okay, that's the real one. There.
Okay. 22 altogether?
Yeah, and it's also magical.
Okay, are you shooting the damage one or no?
Yeah, the damage one.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
9.
Still up.
Fuck. Okay, and then I like
Stumbles
Take
again this
Xerix.
time, down to 1 meat. Oh.
touch Xerix and like
Excuse me.
point at the shoulder, point in the direction of town like harbor, and teleport the whole 500 feet of dimension door. Like, get me out of here! Like,
Okay, 500 feet. Which direction are you going? Where are you heading?
direction town.
Direction, okay. Which would
Into
be kind of northwest-ish. Okay. 500 feet, I'll say probably gets you...
Boy, Xerix, we're gonna blow up a ship. Boy, 5 minutes later with a dead Xerix.
500
You're like-
feet. I'll
I
say
don't
you
know,
get into the port yard, but yeah, you're not necessarily out of danger yet.
Okay, I can.
You get off the
repeat that
ship,
shit.
I'll say that, yeah.
Okay, I can repeat that shit like.
Okay, you
We
just
are-
want a dimension door again?
Xerix, half dead. Oh, we have to kill the
I
ship.
can't carry her. I'm too weak for that. I can't
Okay.
just fly off. Okay.
Well,
Question.
I mean, you could
If
roll
I
a check.
now roll a check to lift her, and then start flying, do I need to roll 2 checks, or does still the 1 count? Because I will base it on that.
Oh man. I guess the first question would be, what's your carrying capacity?
My carrying capacity is how do I mathematic that?
I think it's 10 times your strength.
Wait. D&D carry capacity.
Lifting and care.
How do I calculate it?
Push, drag, or lift in weight of pounds up to twice your carrying capacity or 30 times your strength score.
So 30 times?
30 times your strength score, yes.
That
That's
being the.
that's wait, what?
I didn't mean to roll that.
The
but that's...
is it the what? Oh, wait. Oh, Nexus mod manager. Sorry.
No, the 2 is the little number would be the mod, and the base strength would be the like 15 or whatever the fuck it is for you, right?
Like not the.
It's not the
What's your
modifier.
strength?
It's the
Okay,
whatever. It's the little number. Times that.
wait.
Times your strength score, not your modifier.
What's your strength score, Matus?
The little number, like in the small bubble shit there.
Yeah, what's that?
12. It's 360 that times 30. Where's
So you can lift 360?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, Xerix weighs what, 100 something?
Yeah, about 200, but yeah.
Yeah, so you can lift flying away. I'm going to say you're just going to have to roll me a void bending check at disadvantage.
Okay, if it's not working, we can still teleport. So yeah, let's do that shit.
Just do it. Just be strong. Be better.
Disadvantage. Does it work when I click disadvantage?
Wait, why is it 2 + 2?
Oh, it's 2020.
What? Huh?
The chances of that. How ingenious. How superb. I'm saving you, Xerix. No,
I
Okay.
appreciate it. That's
You kind of put your arms at one arm lifting Xerix over your shoulder. The other one, you just, in this intense moment of, holy fuck, I need to get going, sort of shit. You pick up Xerix and just, the void energy kind of overtakes your body. You see kind of the purple shimmers go down your body. You feel yourself kind of become weightless and you just get the fuck out of there towards the town where you vaguely saw the other people get dropped.
Okay, also, I have still a healing soda, I see that. Perfect! We have first aid with us.
Yeah, I remember the last time you tried to first aid me, though it wasn't technically, it was Will. And you just fucking... it did not go great.
No? It didn't?
No. He was like, I'm gonna revive you. It didn't work. And then I just got up. I got up out of pure spite.
Appear with you dead, okay.
I got up out of pure spite.
Okay, perfect.
Do I have to
Alright.
roll another death save by now?
Can I give her on the fly like soda like
You can,
this?
yeah, you can do that. I will say give me another death save through all that though, yes.
Yes.
So
I don't know why, but I
lost all of my healing sodas.
13, so that's another
Two
success.
successes, yeah. And then you are fed a healing soda.
That's 4d4 plus something, right?
Yeah, I think. Should I roll it?
No, let me do it. Wait, but what's the fucking mod thing for it? Because I know there was...
+2, I think, was it? I deleted it already, shit.
It's probably in my inventory, I can check. 2, 4, 7.
8, who do we appreciate?
7 plus whatever the mod was. +6.
Oh.
So 13, right?
Sure.
Mathe, Erika. Ich sag's dir.
So, flying through the air on Mattis's or on Bora's shoulder, you awaken immediately. Like, oh god, I'm in the middle of it!
I got you. Stay still, stay still, stay still, or we lose control.
That's canon. That happened in canon. That was Eric's.
Okay.
What the fuck? No, we have to go back. We have to destroy the ship. What are you
No.
doing?
We destroyed the military vessel. Even if they get away, we can still attack with the Leviathan because they
No,
don't
but
have
that's
protection.
That's the second time they. No, we have to get Crystal
No,
back.
no. This crystal is still in the city. This was just a precaution if they make it out of our reaches again in the city. That they can't get away. But if they get away on the ship, they don't have the protection of the military ship. So we can attack them on sea easily.
I set their hull on fire. No, not their hull.
The railing.
Yeah. And then Zarik's kind of just, like, not necessarily passes out, but she kind of goes in this, like, limp state of, like,
I know what you mean.
she kind of just slumps
I'm
into you
exhausted.
on your back. She's kind of like, ugh.
Ugh.
Like, if you
There,
tried
there.
to talk to her, she would probably answer potato salad or something. Which is a valid answer, because yes, potato salad, but also...
You know. Alright. You guys fly to where you saw your compatriots land.
Yeah.
And I think we will pick that up next week in the good old city of Golker.
Okay, Will,
Hello.
I'm sorry.